Spark the brain, spark the brain. Spark the brain, spark the brain, spark the brain. We here. Spark the brain, spark the brain, spark the brain. It's the third round, RPB. I don't know if they ready for this one, man. You gotta switch it up on them a little bit. You know what I'm talking about? Have a seat at the master's table. We ain't asked for no seat. We went and built up our own. You see, it's rather stable. You got 2 eyes, 2 ears, you know the rest. Look, listen, and observe, but also respect. In God we trust. It's obvious. The money ain't the root of all evil, but lack thereof. That's why they deprive you of resources. Why they focus on streams of income, at least 3 sources. We certified, we solidified. And they say they created hip-hop, but all that shit is lies. Cause every element came before the development of what we calling hip-hop now. It's all relevant to all the topics we gon' touch on. Spoiler alert, as we play this album, ain't no club songs. Boy, that hurt, but this ain't no conscious album. It's just that real shit, that Black God mantra album. I hope y'all feel this. Spark the brain, spark the brain, spark the brain, spark the brain. Spark the brain, spark the brain, spark the brain. Spark the brain, spark the brain, spark the brain. Spark the brain, spark the brain, spark the brain. Spark the brain, spark the brain, spark the brain. Spark the brain, spark the brain, spark the brain. Spark the brain, spark the brain, spark the brain. My mind is spark the brain, spark the brain.
The masters, the masters, the masters, the masters.
Peace. This is the Black Dot, father, author, writer, poet, MC, one half of the dynamic duo, the #1 father and son podcast, Urban X TV. I am super excited about the new release, The Master's Table, by Sincere Love to God and RP Beats. This album is going to be crazy. It's the follow-up to The Spear and The Shield. Already know what time it is. It's got some dope pieces on it. You're going to love it. Also on the album is yours truly, The Black Dot. So you want to go to the Masters RSVP and secure your copy now. They got a bundle package. You get a backdrop, you get a poster, you get the digital download, you get the physical copy, you get a hoodie. The whole process is really crazy. So RSVP to Masters RSVP, and you can get that dope album, My Sincere Love to God and RP Beats, The Master's Table. You will never be disappointed at how dope this project is going to be. Peace.
Masters,
Master Elements.
Racism, white supremacy is a dynamic system for the ultimate purpose of white genetic survival on the planet. White supremacy.
You are in an evil system, a system that is designed deliberately to produce evil thoughts, to produce animosity, to produce violence.
Introduction to African civilizations and man-garden civilization.
Master Elements. Master Elements.
We dedicate lives to the study of the history.
They didn't tell us that if you give up the man, you're going to take one of these things and it's worse and it will destroy your nation.
The right way is clearly distinct from error.
Racism is a competitive relationship between groups of people who are competing for the ownership and control of resources, wealth, and power.
Peace, God.
Hey, Dad. He's so good.
Hey, man, I got you a new book.
A new book?
Check it out. Check it out. Let me know how you like it. I'll be back. Man, this Bitcoin, this Ethereum ain't doing nothing for me right now, man. Gotta find some new investments.
Peace, God. What you doing?
Peace, God. Good.
I think this book is kind of inappropriate.
Inappropriate? What's up with it?
It's inappropriate because look at these.
LGBT. Oh, man, I'm sorry about that, God.
I accept your apology.
Man, it's a shame, man. You can't even find no decent books for you nowadays without having to have these difficult conversations.
I have an idea. Maybe we should make a series of our own book.
A book series? That is a good idea.
7 volumes.
7, I get it. 7 volumes. What should we call it?
7 the Super Hey-Roo.
Perfect. 7 the Super Hey-Roo.
And then maybe we could even make some bundles of it once we get to volume 3.
Oh, see, now you're thinking like a businessman. I like that idea, man. A foundational Black American children's series.
Perfect.
Visit www.godcastbooks.com and pre-order your book today.
Do for self or suffer the consequences. The wisdom of Elijah's inside of the conscientious. So I move. All right, here we go, fam. And now, as soon as I get on the screen, I see this little janky thing pop up on here. Can y'all hear me okay? Am I looking good? Am I sounding good? Y'all let me know if the stream is coming through loud and clear. Well, welcome everybody. I want to welcome everybody to another episode of Sincere Love the Godcast. And today we introduce our new series, The Masters Decoded. This is going to be our new weekly series where we break down the lyrics behind the Masters Table album and beyond. I'm going to definitely get into some of my stuff from some of my older projects as well. I might even do some lyrical breakdowns to some of your favorite mainstream records that came out. I'm going to have some fun with this series right here. And so this is the Masters Decoded Volume 1. So welcome everybody. Welcome to the broadcast, man. Make sure you guys hit the like button as you're coming up in here. Make sure you share this out on your social media platforms and let everybody know that we are live. Let me close one of these tabs. That might be slowing me down. Make sure you share this out. Let everybody know that we are live and that they need to tune in to get this game that we about to drop on y'all. I'm going to be joined today by my son, young Zelle, and by one of my co-stars on the Masters Table album, Aida. And so this is going to be a fun one. This is going to be a monumental broadcast here tonight. So you definitely got to hit that share button. Tell a friend that we are live. Also, if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, you're watching me on Facebook or you're watching me on Twitter, make sure you head on over to YouTube and hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you can be reminded whenever we go live with new content. We got all kinds of dope content coming at y'all from Sincere Love the Godcast, man. This is the channel that you definitely want to be subscribed to. We just getting started. We just growing. We collaborating with all different types of talent, all different types of minds to bring y'all some of the dopest content on the internet today. And so, yeah, with the newly released, critically acclaimed, might I add, project by me and my brother DJ RP Beats, The Masters Table, we added this new series to the platform, The Masters Decoded. So get comfortable and do all of that YouTube stuff. Let me take this over here. Do all of that YouTube stuff so we can go ahead and get started with the program tonight. All right. So Z, where you at? Okay, I see you down there. All right. So look, without further ado, let me introduce to you my guest for this evening, young Zelle. If my button will work, there you go.
Yo,
peace. Peace. You guys are live.
What's up?
You
can hear me, right? You can hear me good?
Mm-hmm. Yep. You straight. You can hear us. You can see us.
Yeah, perfect. Listen, I'm gonna do this. I was waiting for us to get live so I could pick a bone with you, right?
All right, let's do it.
You really hit me on Sunday, right? You said either tomorrow or Tuesday, right? Remember last week you was trying to be a little more organized. And when you invited me for the actual Master's Table listening party, and I told you, send me a reminder because I am a slave to a toddler.
Yeah.
You gotta hit me with the pimple. It's all good. I fuck with you. So I made sure I was flexible, but I'm gonna just let you know I am in hot water right now because this is her bath time.
But then you tell me Tuesday was better.
No. We did. I'm just saying. I'm just gonna throw it out there.
Okay.
Now tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Last minute type shit, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
nah,
yeah.
Like, we on deck. Right up. Word up. But yeah, we here, man.
I got one more technical question though, right? Because I'm on my laptop and I'm looking for the chat, and it says private chat. Is that only a chat with us, or does that allow me to be an actual chat?
That one is just for us. You should see one that says comments.
Copy. Got you. Perfect.
See one that says comments. DJ RP Beats is in the building. Shout out to DJ RP Beats.
What up, RP?
The architect of the sound behind the entire project, including the song that we're gonna be breaking down for y'all today, Black Death, White Wealth. That's the official title of the song. We just call it Black Death, but
it's very powerful.
Official title of the song is Black Death, White Wealth. And like she said, extremely powerful. And everybody did their thing on this track. Everybody got busy. And so we're going to be giving y'all the lyrical breakdown to get an understanding, a true understanding. It's rare that you get the interpretation from the actual artist. You know what I'm saying? We all hip hop heads. We all been listening to hip hop all our lives and breaking down the lyrics based on our own interpretation with us, our friends, whoever's in our circle that's rocking with us on the joint. But it's rare that you get to hear the meaning behind the lyrics from the actual author of the lyrics.
That's a fact.
That's what this series is going to be about. And today is volume 1. I'm gonna let y'all know what volume 2 is going to be before we end the broadcast. I ain't gonna tell y'all right now, but I definitely got a great monumental announcement to make about next week's volume 2 episode, what song it's going to be and who my guest is going to be. So y'all want to stick around for this one. I'm going to announce it toward the end of the joint. So before we even get into the song, let me let y'all two introduce yourselves to the family. Let everybody know who you are. Just a little brief background about yourself. Zelo, you could go first.
Hey, what's up? My name is Zelo. With it, W2T Zelo, you know how I go. So that's it what it is.
I thought I was gonna be short. I was just gonna come here and say, look, I just came here to make sure y'all know I smoked everybody on this track. Whoever your favorite rapper is, I'll smoke them too. And that's it. I wrote a book. Everybody always tries to tell me I should promote this shit more than I do. So that's like my little handle there, Ask the Alligator. But no bullshit. If you really want like a PDF, you can always hit me and I'll send it to you. It's interesting. I mean, Sincere he got a copy. He could let you know his take on it. It's definitely it's out there. That's all I gotta say. But
get the book. Get the book. Ask the Alligator. The link is in your bio.
Yeah, but I think this is right here. This is the book handle on here, right? Ask the Alligator.
Yeah. That's the spell right under her name. Get the book. It's funny.
Yeah, I'll go get that.
It's funny. It's a self-help. It's like a self-help book, but it's very, very much.
But I'm not licensed to help a fucking soul, and I'm gonna be real with you. You will not get a refund. I'm out here. I'm scamming everybody. I'm scamming all of y'all with this spiritual shit. I'm the least spiritual person in the world. I'm joking, but.
And you got the salve too, right?
Yeah, you know what? I'm actually revamping that right now. But once I actually get on board, I definitely got to send you a package. I got to send DJ RP package, and I want to send Second Son a package because I really do appreciate the support. But it's a cannabis-based body topicals for aches and pains, muscle tension, arthritis, sciatica, hypertension. If you have womb issues, anything you would basically put poison in your body for, like ibuprofen. You could do this and it goes directly on your skin, so it doesn't go into your bloodstream. So even if you get tested for drugs, the shit is not going to show up. You get a nice body high with it. I use this shit all the time. I box, so like after my sparring sessions, I just rub that shit on my body. You feel like I never worked out. So
that was my next question. If you still boxing and all that, you still training?
I'm training, but I'm gonna be real with you. I don't compete anymore because USA Boxing was on that COVID vaccine shit. So once everybody was on that, I was like, fuck y'all. Even the gyms, they was on that bullshit. It was only like a couple gyms in Brooklyn. I had to go all the way out to fucking like Sunset Park and shit just to train without no fucking mask and none of that, the temperature scan and all of that goofy shit. So it is what it is, man.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, all right. Zelo, you working on something right now? You at the studio right now, right?
Yeah, I'm in the studio right now.
You want to walk in the other room real quick? Let us get a sneak peek. They mixing down one of his records in the next room right now. So let us get a little sneak peek of what you're working on.
Yo. Spin it back from the top real quick. You hear me? Spin it back from the top real quick.
It don't even gotta be from the top. Just let him do what he do.
You said what?
Nah, go ahead. You good. That's Oni, right?
Yeah, that's Oni.
Let me see Oni. That's my little brother, y'all.
You don't want to be on camera.
Oh my God.
That nigga rest in peace, you know, Steve is so low. He won't do it at no show. I don't gotta let it bang. I be chillin' just like so. If he reaching for my chain, no, I'm gonna have to let it go. And I ain't beefing on the net, boy. If it's smoke, just let me know. You still ain't get back for your man. Go pick that nigga off the floor. Go pick that nigga off the floor. Pick that nigga off the floor. Pick that nigga off the floor. Cause why he talking like he like that, man? He don't really know. I bet he don't got no go. And I ain't in the squash and beef. Don't get no fuck about no truth. I put her all right in his back. I feel like trading with my dude. That nigga ain't so trying to see what he gonna do. Let it go and wipe your nose on that.
All right. That's a little sneak peek right there. A little sneak peek of some drill rap for y'all.
You in the studio or the trap house?
Both of them. All right, so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get into this thing, man. You know what I mean? I see y'all coming up into the chat and all of that. I see y'all climbing up into the room. Again, if you're just getting here, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you share this out. This is the Masters Decoded series, volume 1. We're gonna be breaking down this song right here called Black, Deaf, White Wealth off the new Masters Symbols album. I am the God Sincere Love, and I'm here with my son Zelo and my homegirl Aida.
Yo.
And we gonna make knowledge born for y'all real quick. My wild eyes. Peace. What's going on? All right, so y'all ready? Y'all ready? I'm gonna play the song straight through one time, and then we'll get into the lyrics and all that. Now I need everybody to mute their mic. If y'all could mute your mic. Especially you, Zaire. I mean Zelo, sorry.
Pandemic of Black Death in hip hop. To a great extent, we know it goes back to one of the music industry's darkest secrets, the death clause that is a part of every record label contract. And I suspect that it's been triggered with a great number of the recent hip hop deaths.
Rapper was murdered outside of his car. A total of 6 people were shot. 3 players know he was going to be there. You know, someone is somebody inside that building was going to be at the exact time.
The victim got out, took off, started running, but was shot several times.
His social media pages have been filling up with RIP messages.
Music sounds simple. And you see, ultimately, it is through symbols that you evoke behavior from people. They will use your own music and your own dance and your own rap lyrics to carry their message into your body and into your mind.
They building empires off of black men dying. That's word to Ghazi. Desensitized, impressionable minds from seeing bodies. I was just scrolling the popular page on IG and seeing P&B Rock bleeding out. This gotta be the 10th rapper this year that died tragic. It's either drug overdoses or homicide happens. Now watch the revenue shoot up to streaming numbers. I never heard so many Pop Smoke songs when he was among us. If dead rappers get better promotion, then why the Marathon store still closed then? Who knows, man? I think it's time we had a meeting with the bosses, the Doug Mosses, Jimmy Oz, and Lee Oz's. Let's see the contracts and life insurance policies. Who gets control of the intellectual properties from Young Dolph to Mo 3, from King Von to Doe B? Way too many soldiers, we losing count. It's so deep. This shit been happening too often. How many of your favorite rappers laying in coffins? These crooked record labels getting wealthier off this. It's time we recognize the ones we really at war with. Hey yo, this shit been happening too often. How many of your favorite rappers laying in coffins? These crooked record labels getting wealthier off this. It's time we recognize the ones we really at war with.
Like I can't even run up snuff a nigga like Vaughn did, or grab some cookies for my moms and end up like Dolph did. Ain't giving up my chain, bitch, I'ma die with it on me. So them steppers know I'm harder than a rock, I can't soften. Listen nigga, I spin too, I'm love son. I was born in sin, two lost loved ones. I try to put niggas through what I've been through. I was just a young and doing dirt, till Aisha don't be hurt if I get popped on the same block that I've been. All these rappers getting shot made me wanna put down the pen. So this shit insane, we gotta keep going through what we went through. Hidden hills ain't hidden for real, you can still get found, my nigga. Pop told me that I could get smoked just taking the shower, nigga. I can't put my pride aside, but I don't wanna die young. I'ma kill these niggas with these bars like Verizon. Until this drilling shit is out of date, I'm still gonna buy guns. If it ain't no bloodshed, you ain't my island, nigga, buy guns.
This shit been happening too often. How many of your favorite rappers laying in coffins? These crooked record labels getting wealthier off this. It's time we recognize the ones we really at war with. Hey yo,
the scales ain't been tilting in our favor, cause music is a powerful hypnotic they've been using just to bait us. If you under the influence, then how can you see danger? All it takes is trigger words and some alchemy to enslave you. The sacrificial lamb is a young black man. There's big money in killing off rappers and cashing in. They could pay a small percentage to clap you right on your block, and the shooter could be blacker than you. So who's the op? Let's not lose sight, cause them numbers have meaning. The date and time of your birth, your death, and the season, your zodiac sign, even shit you never believe in. A ritual's a science, but ignorance can't conceive it. If you ain't never used to touching guap, and they put $500,000 in your pocket, you gon' sign on any dot. That's a contract that binds you to Lucifer and his clock. When your time's up, they line you, then put your crew in your spot.
This shit been happening too often. How many of your favorite rappers laying in coffins? These crooked record labels getting wealthier off this. It's time we recognize the ones we really at war with. Hey yo, this shit been happening too often. How many of your favorite rappers laying in coffins? These crooked record labels getting wealthier off this. It's time we recognize the ones we really at war with. Hey yo. Hey yo. Hey yo.
Yo.
Let me get Zaya back on here. Hey yo.
My fault, yo. My phone died.
Nah, you good. It's better if you it's better if you turn it sideways on landscape mode.
All right, got you.
But yeah. Let me see how we're gonna do it. So yeah, my verse is first. So Ida, you got my lyric sheet, and so you basically gonna.
I thought I got your sons. I got Zelo's joint. That's what.
Oh yeah. Zaya, you got mine.
All right.
I was memorizing your bars too, because I'm gonna out rap you on your own shit.
Out rap me on my own shit. Let me see. All right.
Yeah,
you want me to go right now?
Yeah. So what y'all want? What y'all think I should do? Y'all think I should play the line?
Yeah.
And pause it as we go through it?
Yeah.
But I mean, you could do it like every couple bars, right? Like every 2 to 4 bars or something that way.
Yeah, fact.
Yeah. All right, so go ahead, read it first, and then I'll play it.
They building empire. They building empires off of black man dying. That's where the Ghazi desensitized imperial impressible minds from seeing bodies. I'm just scrolling through the popular page on IG. Hold on. My fault. Speaking right now. My fault.
You using the same phone?
Nah, I'm using only phone, but only phone about to die, and mine just died. So it's like,
all right. So let's go through it then. Let's go through it then. All right, one more time.
Yeah, play the bar first.
All right. Hold on. Let me go past this intro. I think it's like right around here. From seeing bodies. I'm gonna go up to that part right there.
All right, bet. They building empires off of black men dying. That's where the Ghazi desensitized impressionable minds from seeing bodies.
They building empires off of black men dying. That's word to Ghazi. And so Ghazi is the name of this Palestinian brother who owns the record label called Empire, which I don't know, coincidentally, I would say a lot of the rappers that we seen that got killed over the last 2-3 years have been signed to the same record label. And we talked about that on Sincere Love the Godcast a couple of episodes. We pointed out this pattern and this so-called coincidence that we've all been looking at, like all these rappers, Mo3, King Von, Young Dolph.
Was that the same one that was in the photos of everybody? It was like, I remember on social media, I don't know if that was him, but it was like photos going around with the same dead rappers with one particular
yeah.
I didn't look into that. So that's the same one?
Yeah, that's Ghazi. That's Ghazi. So he owns a record company, a distribution company. He does a lot of distribution deals with artists. And just everybody from that record label just keep turning up dead, man. All these people getting killed that signed to the same record label. And it's like, you know, we don't really believe in no coincidences like that. And so we just looking at the pattern. I ain't being accusatory, but I'm just looking at the pattern, like just stating the fact. You know what I mean? And so, like Aida said in her verse, and we're gonna get to that, but like she said in her verse, it's big money. It's big money in killing off rappers. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times they got these insurance policies and all of that stuff that's in the contract, which in the beginning, you got Dr. Wesley Muhammad talking about the death clause that's in a lot of these contracts. You know what I'm saying? So they building empires off of black men dying. That's word to Ghazi. Desensitized impressionable minds from seeing bodies. And so I noticed that with my own kids, Zaire, his sister, his siblings, and all that. Like the first couple of rappers that got killed, it was like devastating. You know what I'm saying? Triple X, Extension, when he got killed, like my daughter was like crying, everything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They really felt that. They was really going through that. But as it keeps happening, like seemingly every month, every other week, one of these rappers getting killed, it was like it didn't even bother them that much no more. They just hit me up like, yo, you heard someone got killed today? You know what I'm saying? And it's like no feelings behind it. Like you desensitized now. Desensitized impressionable minds from seeing bodies. It's right there on your timeline. You're actually seeing some of these murders on video.
Posting that shit. That's disgusting.
Right. Let me go to the next line.
That's loud.
I'll stop it right there. But hey, you can read what I said.
I was just scrolling through the popular page on
Wait,
IG.
hold on a second. Did y'all hear that? I didn't have it on the screen, did I?
No, I didn't really. I heard like mumbling, but
let me put it up.
Maybe I was like privately messaging or some shit.
I forgot to share it. My bad, y'all. Let me bring it back.
The 10th rapper this year that died tragic. Check me out. They building empires off of black men dying. That's word to Ghazi. Desensitized, impressionable minds from seeing bodies. I was just scrolling the popular page on IG and seeing P&B Rock bleeding out. This gotta be the 10th rapper this year that died tragic. It's either drug overdoses or homicide happens.
Y'all heard it that time, right?
Yep.
All right. Now you can read. Now you can read what I wrote.
I was just scrolling through the popular page on IG and seeing P&B Rock bleeding out. This got to be the 10th rapper this year that died tragic. It's either drug overdoses or homicides happening. You want to stop right there, or you want me to keep going?
Right. And I think from the next line, watch the revenue shoot up from streaming numbers. I never heard so many Pop Smoke songs when he was among us. So basically, what I was just explaining about the desensitized minds, then, you know what I'm saying, how it's just put out there on social media for the whole world to see. Like, we watched that young brother PNB Rock's murder on film. You know what I'm saying? Seeing him laying in the restaurant bleeding to death. I try not to look at those videos. You know what I'm saying? Even whether it's the police killings or when it's stuff like that, I try not to look at those videos because I understand. Right. And the trauma that it has on the brain, the fear that it instills into you. You know what I'm saying? That's why they used to do lynchings in public. You know what I'm saying? It was meant to instill fear within the people. You know what I'm saying? So I try not to watch them, and I advise other people not to watch them.
That's also an energetic tie too. People don't understand when you looking at shit like that. That shit is also fucking with your equilibrium. That's, you know, whatever the physiological body. So
right.
But it goes back to what you're saying about being desensitized, because the more they show that, the more they could get away with all of this shit. Nobody gonna give a fuck, right? So
exactly. So I was just scrolling the popular page on IG and seen P&B Rock bleeding out. This got to be the 10th rapper this year that died tragic, because it keeps on happening. Like, it's a pandemic of this shit. It's not once in a while. Like, when Pac and Big got killed, like, it was like the whole world stopped. It was like unbelievable. Even though they had this whole public East Coast, West Coast thing going on. Pac had been shot already a couple of times and all that stuff. Like, but when they actually got murdered, it was shocking. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Everybody remember where they was at when they heard that. But now it's just like another day on social media. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what I was going with that. But and also, I'll bring that into the next line. I'll bring that part into the next line. Unless I want to add on to anything to what I just said.
Not the only thing I was gonna say, I was just gonna build on what you were talking about with Pac and Biggie. But for me, I'm kind of like in like that, I guess, the middle generation between the two of y'all. And I know for me, I remember when Stack Bundles died, and even when Chinks died, it ain't have the impact that I mean, globally speaking, that Pac and Biggie did. But for like New York and people, especially Queens and shit, like, we definitely were affected by it. But even so, it was more so people that were directly linked to them. It wasn't at the rate that, like, now every time I go on fucking Instagram, half of these rappers, I don't even know their fucking names until they die. And so I'm like, every time somebody I'm seeing like rest in peace, I'm like, God damn, like, they ain't even get a chance to pop musically speaking. So it's just like, it goes back to what you're saying about everybody being desensitized as far as this generation is concerned. Because even with me, when I was coming up, it was few and far in between. Now it's just like every other fucking week or every month at least somebody's dying. And that's how I'm learning about these rappers. Even with the Pop Smoke joint, I'm gonna be 1,000% real with you. Even in New York, they ain't even really play his music like that on the radio. Like, if you fuck with rap or you fuck with like people from Brooklyn, like, you knew who he was. But as far as like the masses, no. But when he died, it's a different story. All you heard was Pop Smoke on Hot 97 and Power 105 and all of that. So there's money in that too, right? There's money in the streams, right? There's money in merchandising, because everybody, of course, they making the shirts and all of this shit. So it's a big money game, man. That's it.
Facts.
And it's just like that just with rappers though. I feel like they don't do that. It's outside no other genre. Like, if somebody died, it's crazy. Or like,
rap is the most influential genre of music across the board. So
that's a good point. That's a good point. They only promote the Black Death like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you said a couple of things in there. You know what I'm saying? You brought up Stack Bundles, and today
that's my heart. That's one of my closest. I'm not even trying. Like, there's a lot of other shit that goes into like his death, and a lot of people not a lot. There was definitely certain people in the industry. I ain't gonna say no names. I'm on live right now, so I can't really be talking a little too crazy. I'm connected with that, but yeah, that was some sinister shit, man. And they did that shit right outside his building. They paid somebody to line him right there. And the most insane shit, he actually, I don't know if you remember 50 had the joint on his second album, I'm I'm supposed to die tonight, some shit like that. Stack actually remixed that track, right? And it was basically the same shit. And it was like, through the hood, I keep saying, I'm getting robbed tonight. And that's how he died. He literally ran up on him, stuck him, and he knew him. Like, he got paid for that. It's a lot of sinister shit, man. And a couple records that he wrote ended up getting another rapper, I ain't gonna say his name, from New York. He had a hit record. Like, and they gave him this record that was Stack Bundles joint, and that shit took his career to the next level. So, I don't know.
But what about Chinks?
I'm gonna be all right. Nah, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna be 1,000% real with you. With the Chinks joint, that wasn't nothing shady. That was some street shit. I'm connected with that too, so I ain't trying to give too much on it. But I'll just say with the Chinks joint, now that was definitely some street shit. That wasn't necessarily music related. However, when he did die, of course, the label, they capitalized the fuck out of that shit. And what's so grimy? When they did when they came to Far Rockaway and they did like a remembrance for him kind of thing, like the label did. And that shit was trash. They ain't feed nobody. They ain't even like put his family in the forefront and let them talk and none of that shit. It was just like, it was kind of like, if you work a job and it's like, go to this event, just show face kind of shit. It was like so impersonal. And it's like, but you see this man, like literally everybody in the fucking neighborhood is coming out for him. Not even just Far Rockaway. Everybody in Queens, Brooklyn, basically the whole of New York came out to support, his memory and shit. And they could have did that a lot better, but they capitalized off of all of that. They were selling merchandise. Half of the money ain't going to the family. And there's certain things, like I said, I'm connected, and I don't want to put people's business out there, but
I get it. It's, this ain't Vlad TV, so we ain't gonna actually. All good. Yeah, but those are some of the rappers on the screen that was connected to that Empire music label. King Von, Pop Smoke, Takeoff, PNB Rock, Young Dolph, Extension, Mo 3, Drakeo the Ruler, and there's more. And that's what I was going to bring up too. My brother RP Beats literally just found out that him and Stack Bundles are cousins.
That's crazy. Raekwon Elliott. That's it's a small world. He was a very, very, very just a good person all around.
No doubt.
Yeah, very good, solid individual.
No doubt. And you said something that leads into the next line too. You said they wasn't playing Pop Smoke on the radio like that in New York.
No.
And I wasn't hearing it.
New York radio is trash, though. I'm gonna be 1,000% real with you. I mean, most radio stations are probably trash, but New York, we the mecca of hip hop, and they be on that bullshit. So.
They do, for sure. Let me go on to the next line. I got it on the screen this time. Nope. Right. Let me put it up. There we go.
The pandemic of
snap! Damn, I done started the whole shit over. Hold on, let me get it to the right spot, and then I'll play it. So while I'm doing that, just read the next line while I'm getting into the right spot.
Where we at?
Right, on the Pop Smoke line.
If dead rappers get better promotion, then why the marathon store is still closed? Then who knows, man? You want me to start right there?
Stop right there. Stop right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it one more.
Yeah, say it one more time.
I'm gonna say, if dead rappers get better promotion, then why the marathon store is still closed? Then who knows, man?
Right. And so the line before that was I said, now watch the revenue shoot up from streaming numbers. I never heard so many Pop Smoke songs when he was among us. If dead rappers get better promotion, then why the marathon store still closed? Then who knows, man?
Happens. Now watch the revenue shoot up from streaming numbers. I never heard so many Pop Smoke songs when he was among us. If dead rappers get better promotion, then why the marathon store still closed down? Who knows, man?
Boom. All right. And so, my sister already broke that Pop Smoke thing down. You know what I'm saying? They was not giving him burn like that. And literally, he broke mad streaming records after he passed.
Mm-hmm.
He's like one of the most streamed artists of all time. Right. You know what I'm saying? He broke all type of records after he died. And I like his music and all that. I ain't saying, nothing bad about him. I'm talking about the system, the radio stations, and all of these people, who make these decisions.
Not to cut you off, I'm gonna be real with you. A lot, even before he passed, right? A lot of people wasn't even trying to fuck with him because they say he sounded like 50. That was just like the tone of his voice, but they thought he was basically trying to steal his style, but he wasn't. But once he passed, everybody was a fucking Pop Smoke fan. I'm like, but wasn't you just like saying X, Y, and Z? Now all of a sudden, yo, okay, I got it.
Right.
So, people, they very fliggity, man.
Right. And to me, when I first heard him, that one song, that first song that popped off, I thought his voice sounded like Lloyd Banks, not 50 Cent. To me, I heard Lloyd Banks' tone.
He definitely sounded like 50 to me.
No, I hear the 50 Cent now that I listen to his music. I hear the 50 Cent what people are talking about. But that first song, his voice, I was like, when I heard it, like I'm in the barbershop cutting hair and it's coming on, I'm like, that sounds like Lloyd Banks, but Lloyd Banks ain't gonna rap like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah. So watch the revenue shoot up from streaming numbers. I never heard so many Pop Smoke songs when he was among us. My question is, if dead rappers get better promotion, that's a line from Jadakiss, by the way.
Mm-hmm. That's a classic record too.
If dead rappers get better promotion, then why the Marathon store still closed then? You know what I'm saying? It's like Nipsey Hussle, he didn't get that same type of attention from the music industry that a lot of these other rappers get when they pass away like that. He got attention from and love from the streets, of course.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And really, a lot of that was based on his interviews and stuff. It wasn't even really based on his music that much. You know what I'm saying? People started rocking with the music because they got attached to the man. You know what I'm saying? Because he was always dropping jewels. And so it was like almost like people started to look at him like another Tupac when they found out everything that he was doing in the community and all of that stuff. All of the jewels that he was dropping and the things that he was involved in, that made his legend grow when people became aware of him after he passed on. But I didn't see the radio and the music industry getting behind him the way they do with a lot of these other rappers because he didn't have that low vibrational shit attached to him that they could push. That's the way I see it. That's the reason why I feel like it wasn't there for him.
Nah, I think you onto something, but let me also ask you, I don't know if anybody knows this. As far as the store though, the property, did like the state get that back? Because I'm sure they also there's money in that too. They probably ain't even want to promote that shit, depending on who has ownership for that property. So
right, that's part of what I'm saying. That's part of what I'm saying. They wanted him up out of that area. Him and his brother was being constantly harassed about that real estate that they owned. You know what I'm saying? And you know, they rebuilding out there. They put the train station over there close to where they at and all of that stuff. They got the new stadium out there. So the real estate is going to go way up. And so they wanted them out of there. They was constantly harassing them to get them up out of there. And so I don't know the reason why, the official reason why the store is not back open, but I would think with some of these other rappers, it's all about how can we cash in?
Mm-hmm.
How can we cash in? The Marathon store would have been lines down the block, around the corner. You know what I'm saying?
That money will probably, if his family has ownership to that money's going to his family. That's not going in their pocket. So there's no way they can promote that shit.
They got their store. They got the Marathon store in 2K. So he got like promotion for stuff like that. But why the actual, like, I'm not getting why the actual store now.
Even the online store, like, I remember we had ordered some stuff when everything first went down. It took like 8 months to get our stuff, but you can't order nothing online now. I don't think you can't order no Marathon clothing online. I don't believe. I know for a while you couldn't.
Think Lauren London got something to do with that?
What you mean? Do she got something to do with that?
Like she just not trying to capitalize off his death. Like if that's just something.
I don't know. That's I said. I don't know the official reason. I just think it smells funny to me. You know what I'm saying? It smells funny to me.
I'm gonna bite my tongue on that one because I'm gonna bite my tongue. Nah, this is because like I have a certain perspective concerning Lauren London as far as that. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay, we'll leave it at that.
Leave it at that.
His brother opened the store. Let me see. So his brother opened a store in the Valley, which isn't in the Black community. What kind of store is it? I ain't even hear about that. Black Sam got another store in the Valley. What type of store is it? Is it another Marathon store? They just moved it to the Valley? Let us know. Let us know. But yeah, all right. Why the Marathon store is still closed in? Who knows, man? I want to make sure I'm not forgetting to point out any intricacies for y'all because my verse is pretty straightforward. I don't think it's too much on the rap side of it that I was doing. While the Marathon store is still closed in. Who knows, man? This one is, though. The next line is, though. I'm going to hit y'all with this one. The next line. I keep forgetting to put it on the screen, y'all. My bad. I keep forgetting to put it on the damn screen. It's a Marathon store? Okay, wow. I did not know that. I did not know that. All right, we on the screen now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
I think it's time we had a meeting with the bosses, the Doug Mosses, Jimmy Oz, and Lee Oz's. Let's see the contracts and life insurance policies. Who gets control of the intellectual properties from Young Dolph to Mo 3, from King Von to Doe B. Way too many soldiers, we losing count. It's so deep.
Man.
I think we had a meeting with the bosses, the Doug Mosses, the Jimmy Oz, and Lee Oz's. See the contracts and life insurance policies. Who could get control of the intellectual property from Young Dolph to Mo 3 to King Von to Doe B. Way too many rappers, I'm losing count. It's OD.
Man, I think it's time we had a meeting with the bosses, the Doug Mosses, the Jimmy Oz and Lee Oz's. And the reason why I was saying it like that, because Jay-Z had a freestyle that he likes to brag about called the Grammy Family Freestyle. You don't fuck with Hov?
He's a fucking devil. He's a gatekeeping devil. But go on. I respect the art. The art is the art, and Reasonable Doubt, top 5 hip hop albums of all time. I'm leaving it at that. But he's a devil. But,
I mean, nah, you ain't gotta leave it at that. You could go all the way in.
Nah, because we would be here all fucking night. But you know,
I'm a fan of Jay-Z's music. I am. You know what I'm saying? He's one of my favorite MCs. But yeah, I give him that work. I don't let nobody off the hook. Everybody gets that work when they deserve to get that work. And so yeah, that's one freestyle that when they was talking about the possibility of him doing a verses against somebody. I think he was on the Twitter space when that Cowboy movie came out. He was in the Twitter space and they was asking him, you know, if he would do a verses or whatever. And he was talking his shit. He was on his Jay-Z shit. You know, he'd be arrogant with it. He's like, man, don't nobody want to stand next to the Grammy family. I never even performed the Grammy family live. Y'all don't want to stand next to that. You know what I mean? And so I went back and listened to the Grammy family. And then that was a line that he had on there. I think it's time we had a meeting with the Mosses, the Doug Mosses, Jimmy Oz, and Lee Oz's. And when he was saying it, he was basically bragging about being in the company of these people. Right. You know what I'm saying? He was bragging about being in their good graces. But it was problematic to me that he was referring to him as bosses. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are your bosses, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, they signed his check, right? So
I ain't like it. So for people that don't know, Doug Morris is a big music industry exec. Jimmy Iovine from Interscope Records. Leo Cohen. You want to talk about devils? Leo Cohen. He runs YouTube music right now. He's the head of YouTube music right now. I think he's in control of NBA YoungBoy's career. He's been around for a very long time. He's behind a lot of the degeneracy that we see being in the forefront of hip hop. Jimmy Oz and Lee Oz is Leo Cohen. He was another Def Jam exec. These are all record company execs that I'm naming, but I was saying it the way I was saying it because it was a play on what Jay-Z did on that Grammy family joint. And so I'm saying, yeah, it is time to have a meeting with the bosses. Let's see the contracts and life insurance policies. Who gets control of the intellectual property when all these rappers that's losing their life? You know what I'm saying? Who gets control of the intellectual property? Is the family able to eat off of this, or is it the record company that's going to be able to eat into perpetuity? And we sending these people's kids to college and all that, and their grandkids and all that to college off of our death. That's why the song is Black Death, White Wealth. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You want to add something or ask something? You, Ida?
Oh no, I was trying to read some comments. I'm trying to like do both. My multitasking is not the best. So
and then I just named, you know, some of the fallen soldiers toward the end of that, from Young Dolph to Mo 3, from King Von to Doe B. It's way too many soldiers. We losing count. It's OD. And that's the end of my verse right there.
That's a fact.
I'm gonna say this though, just to even add on to that, that's another reason. Even with the fucking contracts, right? They own all your masters. They own all your publishing rights. Those are two big checks right there. Because especially in half of the times, half of these artists don't even have their own fucking ASCAP. They registered under whoever they fucking publisher is, so they not even getting royalties off of the shit that they writing. So
facts. And then,
but
like,
you know what they do, they presenting you with this advance, right? They giving you a lump sum of money straight in advance, and they telling you, now we're gonna cover XYZ. You don't worry about all of that. We're gonna handle all the administrative blah blah blah. Meanwhile, they fucking you raw. So.
And that goes with something that you said in your verse too, but we're gonna get into that. But up next is Zelo's verse. So
let me know when you're ready. Let me.
Here we go. I'm gonna play the hook. And then the first couple of lines, and I'll pause it.
Got you.
This shit been happening too often. How many of your favorite rappers laying in coffins? These crooked record labels getting wealthier off this. It's time we recognize the ones we really at war with. Hey yo, this shit been happening too often. How many of your favorite rappers laying in coffins? These crooked record labels getting wealthier off this. It's time we recognize the ones we really at war with.
Like I can't even run up snuff a nigga like Vaughn did, or grab some cookies for my moms and end up like Dolph did. Ain't giving up my chain, bitch, I'ma die with it on me. So them steppers know I'm harder than a rock, I can't solve it.
Yeah.
I was about to let the whole shit play. I was starting to get into it.
His flow is nice. He got a nice flow on there.
Oh yeah, and by the way, Zelo, he pretty much came up with the hook. You know what I'm saying? The concept of the record, that was RP Beats, and we're gonna have him come on to speak on it at the end. But the hook, I put the words to it, but Z came up with the melody and all of that for the hook. And I think you had your own words to it too. Why you didn't record that?
What happened? Because I have my so basically with that, you know how I just wrote it. It just how it came out.
I know, but I'm saying you had different words than what I'm saying on the hook. And so originally that's how I envisioned it. Like you was gonna say one thing, I was gonna say another thing, and then I was gonna have Aida put lyrics to the same melody, and we all do our own hook.
I deleted that. I said,
you covering up your mic or something?
My fault, you get me now?
Go ahead.
I said, nah, I just deleted it after I seen what you did with it. That was fire. But that would have been hard with you.
Okay. But yeah, the hook was basically him. I just filled in the blanks. So
you know what's funny? I was gonna write a fake hook too when I heard it, because normally anytime I write verses on features, I always just like it's automatic. Like I always write hooks just in case. But for whatever reason, look at that. The way the stars work, they was like, nah, just chill. Just give a fire verse. You don't need a hook.
She keep talking about that fire verse.
Yeah, it's good. It's shameless promo. Hold on, let me start. Like I can't even run up snuff a nigga like Vaughn did, or grab some cookies for my moms and end up like Dolph did, and giving up my chain, bitch, I'ma die with it on me. So them steppers know I'm harder than a rock, I can't soften. Let me tell, as I'm reading this though, I know he's gonna break it down, but it's dope. When I first heard it, I was catching it, like the very first time I heard the songs. But when I'm reading the lyrics and the way you wrote it, and I'm looking at the parentheses, I'm like, oh, like it's a couple double entendres. So please, repeat.
All right, so boom. Basically, I wrote my verse rapper's perspective.
So you gotta get your mic together. We need to hear you loud and clear.
I'm good now.
I don't know if it's because you're just moving around or what, but it's kind of like going in and out on you.
You can hear me now? Like I'm good right
here? Yeah.
All right, my fault. Nah, basically, I wrote my verse from a rapper's perspective. So I'm coming in just talking about like just me being as a rapper being scared to like die, because I feel like that's just all it's bringing to it, especially with like some of the words that we saying. And I'm a drill rapper, so like the energy that you give out gotta come back in, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like something with that. So I said, like, I can't even run up snuff a nigga like Vaughn did, or grab some cookies for my moms and end up like Dolph did. You know, King Von, he ran up snuff. You know how that went down. He got shot. Boom, boom.
A lot of people don't know how that went down. I got some older people in my audience. You might have to explain that.
All right, so with the King Von situation, he had an issue with another rapper, Quando Rondo. He ran up on him, snuffed him when he seen him, and his Man's hopped out the truck, shot him down.
All in one incident, or it was like later that day, or what?
This all happened in a matter of like 1 second. Like, somebody told Vaughn, "Hey, yo, Quandarano's here." Vaughn hopped out the car, ran up, snuffed him as soon as he seen him turn the corner. Snuffed him as soon as he seen him, and then this man hopped out the truck and just licked him down.
Man, R.P. to King Vaughn. But why did you have snuff? Why did you have snuff in parentheses?
Because just to snuff. Like, I can see if I'm using gun violence, like I can't even fight no more. Is what I'm saying. Like what's the point of even running up? I can't even snuff nobody. I'm gonna get killed.
Okay, got you. I thought that was the name of another rapper that I didn't know about or something.
Nah. That'd be hard. Hey, Z stuff. Hold on. Right. Yo.
I know this is not related to the song, but he touched on some shit. That's some shit though. A lot of people can't fight these days. That's like one issue, especially in New York. I hate that shit. And like one of the main things I used to do when I was training, we would always just try to get kids in the fucking gym and just train them. And it's like, yo, I kid you not, you could get the most like thoroughest, the second you put some gloves on, they fucking trash, bro. I'm like, nobody taught you how to fight. That's why you reaching for a fucking gun. This is crazy. Crazy. And that was and let me ask you that last one, right? I'm harder than a rock, I can't soften. That's a P&B rock reference, right? Yeah. Okay, that was dope. You got it.
I ain't catch that. Hold on. I ain't catch that.
I said, so I can't even run up, snuff a nigga like Vaughn did, or grab some cookies from my mom's, and then I'm like Dolph did. You know how young Dolph died? He was grabbing some cookies for his mom. You know, he got killed grabbing some cookies for his mom. R.I.P. him. And I said, ain't giving up my chain, bitch. I'ma die with it on me. So them steppers know I'm harder than a rock, I can't soften.
Oh, because it was robbing P&B for the chain.
Yeah, that's hard. That's a hard line.
I ain't and I'm speaking from a rapper's perspective. So as a rapper, I'm not giving up my chain. Like, you crazy. Like, you gonna do that, I'm gonna have to blow you down. But you gotta understand what comes with that. You gotta understand. I heard 50 Cent. He said something. He was basically saying, like, you don't understand that there's another you. Like, you willing to get dirty if somebody gonna touch it, somebody willing to get dirty to go get it. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so that's just what I'm saying with that.
Yeah, you ain't the only tough guy out here. Yeah.
Pretty much it. You also, I mean, if you're gonna have that shine, you better be able to protect it. I'm not necessarily enabling or promoting anything, but I'm just saying you also gotta be.
That's a fact.
You gotta be smart. That's all. You say the next 4 bars. I think you. Are you gonna play it or you want me to say it? How is this?
You can say it first. I'll play it after.
After the sort of step is no, I'm holding then. All right. Listen, nigga, I spin 2. I'm love's son. I was born in sin too. Lost loved ones. I try to put niggas through what I've been through. I was just a youngin' doing dirt. Tell Aisha don't be hurt if I get popped on the same block that I've been through. All right,
Listen, nigga, I spin 2. I'm love, son. I was born in sin 2. Lost loved ones. I try to put niggas through what I've been through. I was just a youngin' doing dirt. Tell Aisha don't be hurt if I get popped on the same block that I've been. All these.
Listen, nigga, I spin. I'm love, son. I was born in 2. I lost loved ones. I try to put niggas through what I've been through, but I was just a youngin' doing dirt. So tell my mama don't be hurt if I get popped on the same block that I've been through. You know what I'm saying? So basically what I'm saying with that is, listen, nigga, I spin 2. I'm speaking from a rapper's perspective. I'm love, son. I was born in sin 2. I'm love, son. Sincere love to God. I'm his son. And y'all don't really know, like, back in the day, my pops, he was a different man. He would cut like that. So,
now, we could tell.
And so I spin 2. I was born in sin 2. You feel what I'm saying? Literally, I was literally born into sin. That's how what I'm seeing as a kid growing up. And you know what I'm saying? I was just a youngin' doing dirt. Jada Youngin, he's another rapper that got killed.
Okay.
I was just a youngin' doing dirt. Tell my mama don't be hurt if I get popped on the same block that I've been through. So his mom, after he died, because he got killed in his hometown. That's another thing with a lot of these rappers. They dying in their hometown. So, listen, nigga, I spin too on love, son. I was born in sin, lost loved ones. I try to put niggas through what I've been through. I was just a youngin' doing dirt till I used to don't be hurt if I get popped on the thing. With his mom, he was like, I forgot exactly what she said, but she said something along those lines, like she can't even be hurt because I know my son is doing things in this same part of town. So like I know how karma go. You know what I'm saying? So that's bringing my verse back into full circle with what I was saying from the beginning. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So yeah, I didn't catch that part about the rapper. The rapper's name is Youngin something.
His name is
Yeah, I didn't know that either. So.
Jayda.
Jada Youngin. Jada Youngin. So yeah, I didn't even know about him. So okay, another double meaning, double entendre in the lyrics. So you do that a lot with the lyrics. Most people not gonna catch that. Most people not gonna catch that unless they really, really listening and they really, really like that. You know what I'm saying? I like it. I like the fact that you're saying, you know, it's basically coming from a rapper's perspective. You know, I like to always tell you, you got to watch what you say. You know what I'm saying? And your rhymes and your lyrics and all that. Like, even, you know, you're 19 now, you're going into your manhood. But even from when you was young, like my son been writing songs since he was like 6. And so I never tried to like get in the way of the creativity because I know how that is. Like, you got to be who you are. You got to, whatever come through you, it got to come through you. So I don't tell you what type of music to make or what type of music not to make, whether I like it or not. But I just try to give you that guidance of like, you know, watch what you're saying in your rhymes, watch the energy that you're putting out there because, you know, shit could get real.
That's a fact.
Shit could get real. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, the coolest thing that you could be is yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't gotta try to do what everybody else is doing. You ain't gotta perpetrate no fraud. Like, your story is unique. Ain't no other you. You know what I'm saying? So when you speak that real shit from your real experience and all of that, it's gonna resonate. The real shit always gonna resonate, and it's always gonna outlast the bullshit.
Quality. And you know that sin shit was dope too, because I'm just thinking, you know, the fucking bullshit religion, they be teaching you born with original sin and all of that bullshit. So that was like a triple entendre that you had going.
I'm not gonna lie, that was like 5, 6, 7, 7.
Decode.
I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna give you that.
Wait, let her explain her interpretation, and then you.
Oh no, I was just building what he was saying. I'm just like he already broke down the sin joint, but I'm also just like born in sin. Like the fucking religions be teaching you that shit. You born with original sin. That's bullshit. But whatever. This is the shit they programming people with. So
right.
That was dope. Now you got you got it. You got it. I ain't gonna take it away from you. I'm not taking nothing away from you. All right, hold up.
So hold on. Before we go on, you said there's 5 of them. I'm only catching 2. I'm only catching 2.
Listen, all right. So look, listen, nigga. I spin 2. I'm love, son. I was born in sin 2. That's one by itself, without even understanding the other meaning. So that's one. Listen, nigga.
That's the basic of what you're saying. I spin 2. I'm love, son. I was born in sin 2. Got it. All right.
Listen, nigga. I spin 2. I'm love, son. That's one. I was born in sin 2. That's 2 right there. That goes back into the other one.
It's 2 because why? Explain why it's 2.
Because I'm sin number 2.
Got it.
I'm not just. You feel what I'm saying?
Got it. I just want you to say it.
Listen, nigga. I spin 2. I'm love, son. I was born in sin 2, so I'm sin 2. I lost loved ones. I tried to put niggas through what I've been through.
All right. You spitting. Let's get that phone together, though. Let me go to the next line. You still with us, Z? Oh, yeah, he there.
My fault. Y'all can hear me now?
Yeah, you good.
Your trap house got a charger?
Nah, somebody was calling me. I had to put my phone on Do Not Disturb.
All right, let's go.
All these rappers getting shot make me wanna put down the pen. So this shit insane, we gotta keep going through what we went through. Hidden hills ain't hidden for real, you can still get found, my nigga. Pop told me that I could get smoked just taking the shower, nigga. I can't put my
Yeah.
Can't hit that pause button fast enough.
All right, let's see what we got here. Rappers getting shot make me want to put down the pencil. This shit insane. We got to keep going through what we went through. Hidden hills ain't hidden for real. You could still get found, my nigga. Pop taught me that I could get smoked just taking a shower, nigga. That's a hard line. I think I'm gonna be real with you. For me, that was my favorite bar.
That was a favorite bar.
Yeah, because it. I mean, I'm gonna let you explain it, but like that shit could go a few different ways. That's a solid one.
Good looking. So what I said. What was the next bar? How to start off?
Rappers getting shot make me want to put down the pencil.
All these rappers getting shot make me want to put down a pencil. You feel what I'm saying? Because I'm speaking from a rapper's perspective. So like seeing all this, it just make me just want to put it down. Like I don't even want to rap no more because like it's nothing.
It's a dangerous job.
Nothing. Yeah, exactly. This shit insane. We got to keep going through what we went through. That's the definition of insane. Like keep going through the same things over and over again. That's literally the definition of insane. So that shit insane. We gotta keep going through what we went through. Hidden hills ain't hidden for real. You could still get found, my nigga. Pop told me that I could get smoked just taking a shower, nigga. Pop Smoke got killed in the shower in the Hidden Hills.
Right.
Because you can't even like he was on live, I think. I forgot what happened.
Nah, he was on live and somebody
he had a suitcase with him and they seen his address on the suitcase tag. So you can't even like it make me not want to be a rapper no more. Like you gotta worry about things like that. You feel what I'm saying? It's Hidden Hills, they're not hidden for real. You could still get found because hide and found. You feel what I'm saying? Pop something that I could get smoked just taking the shower and then pop something.
Got it.
That's dope because I was the reason I liked it because your pop probably also taught you that you could get smoked. Like your pop since
that's a fact. Oh, I didn't even think about that one too. That's fact.
That's how I was taking it. That's a dope.
That's a fact too. Ooh, okay.
Look at that. I just gave you a point. Look at that.
Gave you
one.
Yeah, man. I gotta give it to y'all, man. Y'all got me on this one, man. Y'all got me on this one, man. I took the day off. I wasn't
expecting you to listen. I'm not gonna lie. I read it to my verse. He like, yo, I need you on a song. I'm like, bet, about to go ham on this right now.
Hey, I think this your first one though. We got a couple of joints, but I usually be smoking you on them joints though.
I gotta hear it to believe it. You might have to play something after this decoded session.
No, this is. I think this is the first one. You know when your son beat you in that basketball game for the first time. I think this is the one.
The student becomes the master. We got you.
Got this one.
I think I got you in one back then, but you got the majority.
You think I got you on what?
I think I got you on the oldest one. I think.
Nah.
No, listen. At least
All right, we get into that another time, man.
It's on his Instagram page right now. The oldest freestyle. Go back and look at that right now.
I might have to send me that.
I'm gonna have to repost it so it comes to so it's at the top and y'all can check it out. But nah, I bodied you on that joint. Crazy. All right, hold up.
In the shower, nigga. I can't put my pride aside, but I don't wanna die young. I'ma kill these niggas with these bars like Verizon. Until this drilling shit is out of date, I'm still gonna buy guns. If it ain't no bloodshed, you in my island, nigga, buy guns.
Yeah, it's a good verse, man.
That's hard. Let's see. Let me break down these last four.
Who, my
I need to hear this record.
I don't know who she's saying. I don't know who she's saying.
I don't know who's he. She.
Yeah.
Me though.
Who is he?
I feel like she's saying your son got you.
That's what it sounds like she's saying.
That's my intuition.
That's
intuition, but I want to hear this record now.
That's some grandmother shit, man.
I want to hear that. All right, let me wrap this up. I can't put my pride aside, but I don't want to die young. I'm going to kill these niggas with these bars like Verizon. Until this drilling shit is out of date, I'm still going to buy guns, bygones. If ain't no bloodshed, you ain't my op, little nigga, bygones.
I'm taking points. I'm taking points away for that Verizon line, though. I'm taking points away.
Yeah, you could.
It's fit. It's one of those, you know, everybody's entitled to like
everybody's
a
entitled
throwaway.
to at least one.
It's the only one, so you good.
Yeah. But it still makes sense.
It makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. I would kill these niggas with these bars like Verizon. Until this drilling shit is out of date, I'm still gonna buy guns. If it ain't no bloodshed, you ain't my op, little nigga, buy guns.
I like what you're saying. I still don't like the Verizon, but I like what you're saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're saying, you know, I'm keeping it in the raps. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm keeping it in the rap. Like these, it's just entertainment at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But the bars and Verizon don't got nothing to do with killing nobody. I could see if there was like people dying from Verizon bars or something, then I would.
I mean, maybe that 5G, right? Technically, they killing us with that shit. I got you. I'm helping you out over here.
Nah, that one ain't got nothing to do with that, though.
All right, so go ahead. What was it after that?
I can't put my pride aside, but I don't want to die young. So I'm going to kill these niggas with these bars like Verizon. Until this drilling shit is out of date, I'm still going to buy guns. If it ain't no bloodshed, you ain't my op, little nigga, buy guns. That's pretty self-explanatory, I think. Pretty much.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's move on then. Let's move on. Let's get into the verse of the year. I ain't gonna lie. This is a moment on the album right here. This is like,
you don't gotta hit me with no flim flam.
No, I gotta keep it a buck. This is like you know, everybody know I fuck with Nas, man, but on KD 2, I think it was number 2, when he brought Lauryn Hill back on the joint, we got that Lauryn Hill verse. That was a moment. You know what I mean? This is one of those moments for me right here.
Thank you.
Word up.
This shit been happening too often. How many of your favorite rappers laying in coffins? These crooked record labels getting wealthier off this. It's time we recognize the ones we really at war with. Hey, yo.
The scales ain't been tilting in our favor, cause music is a powerful hypnotic they've been using just to bait us. If you under the influence, then
damn, I'm about to play the whole verse. Hold on.
Now the ones we really at war with. Hey, yo.
The scales ain't been tilting in our favor, cause music is a powerful hypnotic they've been using just to bait us. If you under the influence, then how can you see danger?
All right, I'll stop right there. God damn. There's no fillers on this one, y'all. There's no fillers.
When I was 19, I had fillers, so you know, I'm a granny goose now, so I have no excuses.
All right, that's a good point. Look. The scales ain't been tilted in our favor because music is a powerful hypnotic they've been using just to bait us. If you under the influence, then how could you see danger? I stopped right there, right? Or
yeah. I mean, you
all it takes is trigger words and some alchemy to enslave you. Let me read that again. The scales ain't been tilted in our favor because music is a powerful hypnotic they've been using just to bait us. If you under the influence, then how could you see danger? All it takes is trigger words and some alchemy to enslave you.
I'm gonna sum that shit up real quick and concise. It's spell casting. Music is simply spell casting at the end of the day. I mean, speaking is spell casting, but music is the most powerful form of this because it pertains to rhythm, right? And we know the actual physical body, right? Rhythm. That shit it could either be healing or detrimental depending on how you use it. Because whether you fucking meditating and you doing your hums, you doing yoga, you could actually, you know, you could use certain rhythms to once again to like clear negative energies out your body, to really open up your chakras, yada yada yada. In the same token, like we were talking about earlier with all this degenerate shit, music could really have you going out here doing some dumb fucking shit. We could look at the women now. Music got so many young women getting their fucking bodies botched, right? And fuck social media, because at the end of the day, social media will always be here. Because you can have social media and still be on your P's and Q's. It's the shit that you fucking putting in your fucking ears. It's resonance, it's sound. It's the first, it goes right into your fucking subconscious. You know, like a lot of us, not us, because everybody here obviously got knowledge of self, but collectively speaking, we under one big fucking spell, man. And you either trying to get out of that shit, or you know, it's moving you. And as far as the scales ain't been tilting in our favors, I'm a Libra, so like I always be throwing astrology into this shit. But like, you know, the laws of Mott, right? You know, everything is balanced. So right about now, speaking of Black Death and all of the rappers dying, we not winning. So.
I knew it. I'm like, she a Libra.
Listen, I'm gonna be real with you. Yo, you was cool until I found out you was a Pisces. I was like, man, that's the one sign. First of all, I don't fuck with water signs like that. No offense to any water signs in here, but Pisces, my mother's a Pisces, so like I have like full blown experience with y'all. Y'all, first of all, that Pisces temper is different. That Pisces manipulation is different. Y'all are so fucking sensitive, man. But you would anyway. That's all topic, but you
I don't think I'm a typical Pisces though. I don't think I'm for some reason I'm a little different. What he said?
You a typical Pisces.
I'm a typical Pisces?
Yeah, because you and Tay just alike.
Nah, but when it comes to like how they say, you know, we dreamers, we be in the dream world and all of that stuff, yeah, for sure. That's me all day. But the sensitivity and all that, I don't know about that. And the manipulation, nah.
All right, fair enough, man. I mean, men and women are different anyway, but Pisces, I mean, look at Floyd Mayweather, man. That's what I love him to death, as boxing wise, but man, that's one of the most sensitive people you ever gonna fucking come across in your fucking life, man. But
well, we in the Pisces season right now, so show some goddamn respect.
You got it. When's your birthday again? Your birthday's next week, right?
Yeah, Knowledge God Day.
Okay. Also, my mom is she's on, I think she's this Sunday, I think, 12th or some shit. That's dope.
Shout out to all the Pisces.
I guess.
But music is a powerful hypnotic they've been using just to bait us. I mean, yeah, you summed that up. But if you under the influence, then how could you see danger?
Like you hypnotized. It's like being drunk, right? If you under the fucking influence, anything can happen. You're not aware as you should. You're not as aware as you should be. Definitely.
But I took it two ways. Like under the influence of what you're talking about right now, as far as the spells being cast through the music, you're under the influence of that. But also we see the drug culture in the hip hop now. And so with a lot of these young rappers, it's like you under the influence, how could you see danger? You all high, you all on lean and all of that shit. How could you see the danger? You know what I'm saying? Then all it takes is trigger words and some alchemy to enslave you. It's a couple of words that just need to be put through the system. And we have been hearing that a lot of these words are actually contractual. Future say he don't do none of them drugs he be talking about. But they had it in his contract that he's supposed to be the drum major for the Molly and the Percocets. He had to make that song. He had to say that shit. He contractually obligated to that. And so these people who are crafting these crafting these contracts, they're aware of that.
Fully aware. They're fully aware. It's not just limited to the people like in the music shit, right? This is all people in power from all walks of life. The politicians, all of these people are fully aware of alchemy and how to use energy, right? It don't matter what the fuck you call it. You could call that shit alchemy, witchcraft, voodoo, obia, santeria. I don't give a fuck what you. However, that's just semantics as far as I'm concerned. But we all talking the same scientific shit. We talking about some cosmic shit, and this is all manipulation of energy. And anyone in power, right? From anybody that's wealthy, if you actually study anybody that's wealthy, they be on them fucking mentalism books. You could go from like Napoleon Hill to Neville Goddard, all of them fucking white people. You could look at Hitler. Hitler had a fucking library full of occult books. Anybody from the Caribbean, the politicians, they kept a fucking obia woman right by their side. I mean, this is some real shit. But magic is just science that you're not privy to, essentially.
That's
how you call it magic. So if but if once you really start like, and I'm gonna say this, I don't be like all preachy with this, but I'm very devoted to my craft. I don't necessarily identify as anything. I just say spiritual, but I got my beads. I'm a child of Maya and all of that. Like I came up in that. My grandmother's an obia woman. Like And it's all elemental shit. There's nothing like spooky about it if you truly understand it and you really be on your practice, your P's and Q's. And it's crazy. Today's a full moon. I was laughing too. I said, it's crazy that we having this on the fucking full moon. That's a beautiful experience. But I mean, it's a lot of shit that people are not privy to. And if you were able to be handed certain tools, you'll be able to navigate your life completely different. Even that's my biggest issue with the churches. I don't even care about all that extra shit they be doing, but they have the fucking knowledge that they could teach people how to truly take control of their fucking life. Because all the fucking priests, the reverends, the pastors, they have this fucking understanding. The Bible is an esoteric book. That's no different than a fucking, what was that, like the Book of Thoth or any of them other fucking books that you read in, that you like looking at science books. The Bible's the same fucking shit. You just got to be able to decipher it. And these people, they talk about stars. You look at like, what's it? The disciples are based off of what? The 12 fucking signs of the zodiac. This is all interrelated, but they purposely make sure they don't teach you this shit. Why? Because they able to control you, get into your subconscious, yada, yada, yada. It's a whole big thing. You be singing in church. Whatever church you go to, people be possessed by the spirits, right? It's the same fucking shit. You got to watch what these people singing to you. Half of the time you go to like Catholic churches, they got you singing in a completely different language that you don't even fucking understand. You singing in Latin. You don't even know Latin, but you singing in fucking Latin. You have no idea what you're singing about. You don't know if you just conjured a spell on your fucking self. You probably did. You know, it's a lot. It's a lot of. It's not. You know, I'm not trying to talk your ear off, but this shit.
Nah, I love this. I love this. I love this. All of this from a rap song. It's incredible.
Right, that's a fact.
It's deep, man. It's really deep.
Incredible.
And I'm gonna also say this for me coming up, right? Even with women rappers. Yeah, we had Little Kim, we had Foxy, but we had balance. We had Lauryn Hill, we had Queen Latifah, Salt and Pepper, MC Light, we had Rod Digger, you had Boney Love, you had Yo-Yo, you had a fucking plethora of women. It wasn't one specific feminine archetype. Right now, all they pushing is one archetype. So when you're a little girl, and let's be real, most people, even if you come from a 2-parent home, both of your parents working, right? They overwork, they underpaid, they don't have time to actually be with the child and teach them like the real shit. Like, I mean, they probably teach them surface based, but as far as like really instilling confidence and validation, all of that, the children are not getting that shit from the parents at home. They're getting that shit from the television, from the music, from the social media. So if you only pushing one archetype, what about that little girl that don't have a father that's validating her confidence and that's telling her she's beautiful? Right now, she looking at all of this shit and she being manipulated into think, oh, this is how I get a man. On the flip side, it's the same thing with a young boy, right? I got to make money to get these bitches. I got to do all of this. Like, you don't got to do none of this shit. But this is what they telling you, right? They feeding you this fucking concept of what it is to be masculine or feminine. And they basically, they steering you far away from the truth of this shit, right? So there's a lot of shit, man. That's why I really have a lot of respect for you. I'm going to keep saying that. I just always appreciate people that have real bars. Like, not no fucking solid quality lyrical miracle, not that bullshit. Like, you rap. I mean, like, you rap, but you actually saying something. I really appreciate that shit. We need more and more of that, because a lot of people, they'll listen to somebody like you. You know what I mean? Versus like a goofball singing that conscious shit. And this is no offense to anybody that like that kind of conscious rap. I rap conscious, but I rap. Like, if I was to break out records when I was 19, 20, I was talking about nothing but drug shit, but that's what I was doing. I fucking sold cocaine to put myself through school. Like, I ain't proud of this shit now, but I'm, back then that was like what I was fucking doing. I was around that kind of fucking crowd. So it's like now as an older woman, I'm looking back, I'm like, wow, like, you know what I mean? And I had a lot of opportunities musically speaking. I'm glad that the shit didn't work out the way it should have, because I would have probably been steering people in the wrong fucking direction. You know what I mean? No bullshit. But I'm at a different place in life and things happen the way they're supposed to happen. And I'm fortunate that I'm like, I got my head on straight, if that make any kind of sense. You know what I mean? But I still rap.
Makes perfect sense. I understand exactly what you're saying, man. And that's one thing with me and RP. We always talk about that. Like, a lot of we ask for people to have some substance in their rhymes and to bring some balance to the game. But a lot of times when niggas make so-called conscious music, that's why I don't even like being called a conscious rapper, because there's a negative connotation associated with it, because a lot of that shit is trash.
Corny.
Don't nobody want to listen to it.
Fucking corny.
Your mic is muted if you're talking, son.
That was a fact, though.
Yeah, a lot of this shit is trash. And so the primary thing that we try to do is make dope hip-hop music first.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The message and all of that stuff is secondary. The music got to be dope first. It got to be some shit that I want to bump. You know what I mean? I came off of Mobb Deep, Wu-Tang. They always had that blend. You know what I'm saying? Where they was on some street shit. The music was fire, but there was always some jewels in there. You know what I mean?
Even, I'm gonna be real with you. Even like people might perceive 50 a certain way, but if you go back to like his, like, either it was 50 Cent is the Future, what was them old G Unit joints? Like before Get Rich or Die Trying, he had a few joints out.
50 was dropping jewels. I'm gonna have to go
yeah,
back.
Yeah, he was. Like, I mean, he was always a hustler, like, and he's real. Like, he's not a fraud, but he definitely was always, every now and then you hear he telling you some shit in there. You just gotta really pick up on it. I mean, he definitely had to play like the bad guy kind of shit. But if you go back to a lot of his older music, he also gave you some. I mean, here and there, he was sprinkling some shit. Like you could tell, like he came up under, I mean, Supreme Team and all that. They was all God body.
Right.
So he got that,
Right.
understanding. So
Power of a Dollar, yeah.
That's a fact.
yeah, that was a joint. It was a couple other. It was before Power of a Dollar. It was 50 Cent of the Future. Guess Who's Back and Guess Who's Back Again. Those are the old ones.
Okay, I gotta go back, man. I ain't hear those in a while. But yeah, that always been a part of it, man. You do what you do, but you always gotta slip something in there. You gotta say something. You know what I mean? You're a real human being. You see what the hell is going on out here. You know all of this shit ain't cool. You know what I mean? But yeah. Also, when you was talking about the female rappers, before we move on to the next verse, and the influence that they have and all that. Recently, we seen a video come out of Kanye's daughter with what's your girl's name? Ice Spice.
Oh, Ice Spice. Ice Spice.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? She rapping the Ice Spice song, and she's actually in the video with Ice Spice and, you know, putting the booty to the camera and, you know, talking whatever she's talking about in the song. And it's like, Ye was kind of right, man, when he was talking about keeping his daughter off that app, man. Some of y'all owe Ye an apology.
That's insane. I didn't even hear about that. That's ugh.
Yeah, it looked crazy, man. She's 9 years old. So let me see.
That song he had her with Kim Kardashian, right? Or
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, she's trash, but that's a whole other conversation.
If you under the influence, then how could you see danger? All right. All it takes is trigger words and some alchemy to enslave you. The sacrificial lamb. And you like me too, because all your bars tie into each other. So it's kind of hard to separate it too.
Oh.
But the sacrificial lamb is a young black man. There's big money in killing off rappers and cashing in. They could pay a small percentage to clap you right on your block. And the shooter could be blacker than you. Now who's the op?
All it takes is trigger words and some alchemy to enslave you. The sacrificial lamb is a young black man. There's big money in killing off rappers and cashing in. They could pay a small percentage to clap you right on your block. And the shooter could be blacker than you. So who's the op?
What you said?
I love that one.
Thank you. Look, I'm gonna say this right before we even touch on the money. Money is what? Currency. Currency is what? Energy, right? You know, like I know, the black man is God. That's the most powerful and expensive and valuable source of energy that exists on this fucking planet. So forget the dollars you're gonna make off of him, right? You killing him. That's we talking spiritual energy right now. And when they be doing this shit, if you gotta watch also how the stars are aligned, because once again, these people know what they doing.
Hold on, Aida.
What's up?
I need you to repeat that shit you just said.
All right. I mean,
you talk kind of fast. That was heavy.
All right.
Go back to what you said about the energy and the currency and the black man one more time.
I got you. Money is currency. Currency is energy. The black man, as we know, is God. That is the most valuable form of energy we have on this planet right now, the planet Earth, walking this fucking planet. So before we even talking about cashing out and making, 3D dollars, we talking on some energetic shit. You killing off this spirit. And once again, they doing these things when the stars are aligned a certain way. Also, they are very, very intelligent in how they do all these fucking, I get into that like further in the verse, the rituals and shit. So when they do that, they doing it when the veil of consciousness is lower, right? So now you're able to access certain portals. And when these people can never be God, right? It's not in their DNA. It don't matter how compassionate they can be. If we just looking at a cellular level, they're barbarians. And this is no like being racist or being
just science.
Science, right? They could never be God. So they have to emulate God. They emulate God in every sense. This is why they be, when you be hearing what's it like, they be mixing tigers and lions and be trying to breed all of these different kind of things because they want to play God. This is why they got all this AI shit. They want to play God. You go look at adrenochrome. They trying to live longer because they lack what? Melanin. Melanin is more than complexion. This right? Melanin is the God particle, right? And I'm not going to expound on that. I feel like everybody in this chat knows what I'm talking about, but they can never possess that. And that one thing that they lack a connection to the other side, to source, to consciousness, right? And because of that, they constantly have to do the shit they do, right? Dr. Francis Crest broke that shit down in layman's terms. How is it 3/4 of the world, the globe, melanated, yet it's 1/4 that rules over the 3/4 of the fucking world? They're genetically endangered. They have to move the way they move. And this is why they strategically do shit. And I'll go back to say that. Rap is the most influential genre of music. I don't give a fuck what you listen to, what your preference is. Rap influences any and everything across the fucking board. All the athletes want to be rappers. When you look at like all the advertisements, they use rap, especially now like, rap is like mainstream. I remember back in the day, they would never play this shit on television. Now every fucking advertisement they using like fucking rap songs to promote their shit, because they understand the influence that it has, from fucking clothing, right, to hair, to how you speak. This is a lot of shit, and they fully aware of this, man. They didn't create this, right? But they understand how to capitalize off of it. So
we're the carbon, they're the copies.
There we go.
We are the carbon, they are the copies. And so, man, I hope y'all soaked all that up, man. Y'all gonna have to go back and rewatch that right there. That's the clip right there, by the way. That's the clip that y'all gonna see on Instagram tomorrow morning once I chop that joint up. Man, did we get through it?
Got like half of the bars left, I think. What we on?
Sacrificial lamb is a young black man. There's big money in killing off rappers and cashing in. They could pay a small percentage to clap you right on your block, and the shooter could be blacker than you. Now who's the op? I'm
gonna be real with you. When I wrote that, like, once again, like I said earlier, Stack, that's somebody that I'm, very close with. And I mean, the person was handled in layman's terms, but he knew Stack. It wasn't no fucking stranger. This is somebody that he's from around the way. He's from Far Rock.
Keep going. I'll be right back.
All right, he got paid some bread to he got paid bread to clap Stack. That's really what it is. But it's not limited to him. There's a lot of people that get paid to clap their own people. So
that's a fact.
Okay, well, I guess it's our master's table now. So you want to let me hear some of these Otis bars since your dad's not here? What's going on? You know it off the top?
Hold on, because I want to get back into that last one. I didn't think you explained that last one is better.
Which one?
Shooter could be blacker than you. So who's the op?
Yeah, I mean, they paying your own people to clap you. That's really what it boils down to. It's not white people killing y'all.
That's a fact.
It's fucked up, but that's the reality. You got some people that are so fucking damaged, right? They'll put money over human life, let alone over their own fucking their own people, over their own tribe. So
right. What'd you say though? You said you were hearing some of the Otis bars.
Otis bars, right? Your dad ain't here. Let's see if we
I forgot the. Let me see. What did I say? It's young. I was probably like 13. What did I say? My rapper name was Big Daddy Z. Then don't. You ain't trying to hear that. It's your boy Big Daddy Z. Get sweet with the girls, tongue her down, give her cavities, her legs in the air like it's anti-gravity. Young Simba the king, I'm the boss of this galaxy. For sin on the track, the end is a catastrophe. Glad I had a dad in my life, not an absentee that would never say my name in vain, because that's blasphemy. I kill every verse that I write. Fatality.
Okay.
Yeah, that was old though.
So you say you were 13 when you wrote that? That's dope. You got a lot of potential. You only 19 too?
Hold on. You still talking about that Otis
I was trying to sneak some shit in since you weren't here.
Yeah. Where we at? Who's the op? You broke that down?
Yeah, I already did. And then he broke down some of those Otis bars. Big Daddy Zelo over there.
Yeah. See, I like when it was Big Daddy Z. First when it was Big Daddy Z, I ain't like it. When he said, "Yo, my name Big Daddy Z," I was like, "Big Daddy." But then he said, "Big Daddy Z like Big Daddy Kane." I said, "Oh, okay, I respect it."
Don't put me down there with Lil Uzi name.
Yes, sir. Okay. All right. Moving on. The next bars are.
Let's not lose sight, I think, right?
Killing off rappers and cashing in. Blah, blah, blah. Now, who's the op? Let's not lose sight because the numbers have meaning. This is the illest shit right here. Let's not lose sight because the numbers have meaning. Where am I? Because the numbers have meaning. The date and time of your birth, your death, and the season. Your zodiac sign, even shit you never believed in, are rituals of science, but ignorance can't conceive it. All right, let me play that. That's the illest shit right there. That took the cake.
Let's not lose sight, cause the numbers have meaning. The date and time of your birth, your death, and the season. Your zodiac sign, even shit you never believe in. A rituals of science, but ignorance can't conceive it.
And it's so clean and clear, and just like every word is enunciated.
I mean, I have no excuses. I can't lack. I didn't know what you was gonna come with either, so I was like, let me stay on my P's and Q's over here. There's
no lacking at all. But go ahead. Let's not lose sight because the numbers have meaning.
Yeah, the date and time of your birth. I mean, I touched on this a little while ago when I was talking about the stars and astrology and the science of it, that these people know exactly what the fuck they're doing. But if I don't know how versed everybody is on like your natal chart, but that's basically the blueprint for your entire fucking life. Not to say that you don't have free will and power and all of that, yada, yada, yada. Of course you do, but it's basically, it's a tool. And a lot of these, this is another thing too. A lot of these rappers, once again, they didn't necessarily have access to this. It's not just limited to rappers. A lot of people don't have access to this. And this is the point I was making, that most people in power, whether they billionaires or they politicians, they have access, or they keep a psychic or astrologer. They keep that shit on deck specifically to help them understand how the cosmos are working. Because at the end of the day, the only law that we are subject to, natural law, cosmic law. That's something like you can't manipulate that in the same. I mean, that's what we're subjected to. All human beings on this fucking planet. And these people know that. So it's going to go back to what I was saying before. Like when the stars are aligned a certain way and the veils of consciousness are a little thinner. It's like Halloween, right? The reason Halloween is so fucking spooky is because the veil is basically non-existent. So spirits could cross over either way. I mean, you can literally have entities attached onto you. You wouldn't even fucking know it. Especially if you're walking around, you reciting certain things that you have no idea what you're reciting. You don't even know half the shit you're saying. Even when we speak in English, right? Half of the fucking words that we speak, and we basically casting spells on our own fucking life. Don't even realize why our life is the way it is. Come to find out, it's just fucking simple words that we speaking, right? Like good morning. Listen, I don't say grand rising. To me, that's a little too old. I'll be saying top of the top or whatever, but like just the concept of good morning, that shit alone, it's like we fucking programmed to say good morning. And then when you break that shit down, what the fuck is good about morning? Like that's some insane fucking shit, but it's shit that's so fucking simple, right? So fucking simple. And that shit feeds into your subconscious mind. That's a trigger. So with the zodiac shit, even if you look at any of these rappers that passed away, right? Not even that got murdered, excuse me. I'm sure if we were to actually, there's a sister, I don't know if y'all follow her on Instagram, Ty Phoenix. She's an astrologer. She raps, so she got bars. And she be breaking down the natal charts of all the fucking celebrities that pass away. And when she breaks that shit down, like you see the shit is right there in the fucking stars. So once again, if these people had astrologers close to them, they could literally take just the same way the billionaires be doing, the politicians, before they make all their fucking money moves, they consult with a fucking astrologer. It's like if anybody, I guess, like a tarot card reading, right? And they read a collective energy and they like, you know what? This is not necessarily looking good for financial decisions. So you might not want to make decisions on this week or X, Y, and Z. This is some real fucking shit. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't have this information. So once again, you subject to people that have the fucking power and they have the fucking knowledge and they have these fucking tools and they're using this shit against you. So.
Yeah, I would recommend everybody at least doing their natal chart. Have somebody do your natal chart for you. I've done it. It's powerful. It's on point. That shit will almost scare you.
Yeah. I mean, I'll say this, so I'm gonna just build on what you're saying. Also, be careful with who does your natal chart, because you also don't want just anybody having that fucking information. Because you need to have all your info. You know, like the time you were born, the location, all that. They really like, because if somebody don't have the right fucking intentions, they could easily use that shit on you. That's what I'm saying. So just be particular with who you give that information to.
Right, that's a fact. That's a good point.
Oh,
but yeah,
greetings. That's good too. I should start saying that. Greetings.
I like top of the top. What's the next line?
What is that? Rituals of science.
Zodiac sign, even shit you never believed in, are rituals of science, but ignorance can't conceive it.
All of these fucking killings are rituals. That's another. I mean, that just ties into all the astrological shit. But even I'm gonna touch a little step further, right? I don't know if y'all remember that fucking Travis Scott shit a few years back, that concert that all them fucking people died. That was a fucking ritual. Even that was, ritual. That was insane. But even like when you think about like the music events, right? And they have them. This is another thing I was talking to my homegirl about, right? Like in New York, when we have concerts and shit, they don't have them in New York. You got to go to New Jersey. I think it's whatever that football stadium is. I think that the Jets or the Giants, whoever. I don't follow football.
Giants used to be in New Jersey. I think it was the Giants. Yeah.
Well, yeah, whatever. Yeah, both of the team they play in Jersey. So when they have all the concerts, they put this shit in New Jersey, right? And I'm always convinced that because you got to think about the actual land that you on too, because a lot of this shit is sacred. So when you want a certain type of land and you have a certain type of event, they conjure in spirits that's tethered to that fucking land, right? Like in New York, in Long Island was actually a Native American burial ground. I kid you not. Anytime you hear like spooky stories, like people getting haunted, it's all white people. And we be laughing because I'm like, yeah, because they coming back for their fucking land. Like y'all literally colonize all of this shit and then you mad that you getting spooked. Mind you, nobody melanated ever come out with any crazy stories from Long Island. So, I mean, that ain't no fictitious shit. That should tell you something. But with that being said, the fact that they don't have certain concerts in New York, they do the shit in New Jersey. Me personally, I'm like, just knowing what I know, I'm like, there has to be something on that fucking land. There's a reason that they doing that shit there. It's no different like New Orleans. Why is New Orleans like everybody think that shit is? It's not spooky. They protecting that fucking land. They be spooking them white people into submission. You go to New Orleans, them white people be so fucking friendly. Oh, how are you doing? Because they understand what it is. They know the historical context of it. Even parts of Florida, you know, where they got little Haiti, little Cuba, little Havana and all of that shit. Parts of North Carolina. Like a lot of these fucking lands have this fucking, it's very sacred. Excuse me, that was the word I'm looking for.
Just like out here, they got Lake Lanier close by me. And this was a town called Oscarville. It was an all-black town, a thriving town, kind of like Tulsa, Oklahoma, one of those type of situations where they flooded the whole city. They flooded the whole area, and people died there every single year. There's always mysterious deaths of people dying on Lake Lanier or even just close to Lake Lanier every single year. So yeah, you're absolutely right, especially where there's water. Especially where there's water, because water holds memory, water holds spirits. We are water. You know, it gets real heavy when you're dealing with the waters, with the rivers and all of that stuff.
Like I said, I'm a child of Yemaya. That's the water goddess right there. But even with
from, by the way,
my mother is from Guyana, so she's one of the Black Caribbeans you won't be fucking with. But she power to the people. She good. My father's Dominican, so I'm all Caribbean.
No doubt. All right, let's go to the next line. Let me put this up here. She said one of them Caribbeans I don't be fucking with.
Now, listen, I'm gonna be real with you. I always, real quick. I fuck with you. Like even coming up, I always had an issue that Caribbean, and not just Caribbean people, because Africans too. Because I had homegirls, they were from like West Africa, like different parts of West Africa, and their parents were the same. They were always so fucking classist towards Black Americans, and this shit used to piss me the fuck off. First of all, it would piss me off because I'm like, y'all are all Black. Like that shit don't make no sense to me. But anyway, on top of it, I'm like, you're in their fucking country. They're telling you this is what the situation is, and y'all are completely bypassing what the fuck they're telling you because you coming over here with your bullshit. Two, I'm like, you got to understand like psychology. Y'all come from, if you're from the Caribbean, you coming from melanated countries, which means you grew up seeing yourself represented in every fucking way, shape, or form. All your teachers were Black, your politicians were Black, your musicians, everybody, you cultivated in Black culture. So you have that Black pride. You coming over here and you dealing with people that are under a psychological scam, right? Because we know the government be fucking people over and over and over. I'm like, so of course you're going to be dealing with people that are fucking broken. It's all psychological. And you come in here thinking people are lazy. It's like, look at the fucking underlying components behind it. I study psychology. Like I'm big on that. So I'm like, but you never want to take into account what people been through in order to like understand why they might behave a certain fucking way. So no bullshit. I'm not gonna lie. When them American girls be rude as fuck to them Jamaican women, I be cracking the fuck up. I'm like, she got hurt. I'm gonna tell you a quick story real quick. This got nothing to do with the price of tea in China. Once upon a time, right?
Let's do it.
I was on a bus. It was a few years ago. Donald Trump was president. In Jamaica, I don't know. Well, you said your wife is Jamaican. I don't know. Is she from Jamaica or is she from is she Jamaican American?
Both of her parents are Jamaican. Was she born in Jamaica or was she born in the Bronx? I think she might have been born in Jamaica. I don't even remember if she was born there, but she grew up here though. She grew up here.
So Jamaicans from Jamaica, they super fucking entitled, bro. Like this is some real shit. They mad fucking. They like Puerto Ricans. Those are the two groups of immigrants that they super fucking. They think they are cream of the crop. So this Jamaican woman's on the fucking bus, right? She, she heavy set and she, pod gal, blah, 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 coming on the bus. She got mad fucking bags. Anyway, bus is going with the bus driver. They don't be giving a fuck. So they, everybody standing, everybody going like this. So she keep bumping into this girl. The girl ain't say shit. She cool. And the lady just keep bumping into her. Not even acknowledging, excuse me, pardon me, none of that shit. No fucking manners, right? So shorty's like, yo, miss, you keep hitting me with your bags. I don't know, bumba clot, Ross clot, every fucking clot. Everything is clot. So I'm sitting down like, yo, I really hope this girl don't fucking smack this lady because I'm American girls in New York. I'm gonna be real with you. When I was coming up, my American homegirls, they be fighting. They would be fighting their moms. They fight adults. I ain't gonna lie to you. Caribbean people, we can't do that shit. I could never raise my fucking hand to an adult. Even if you disrespectful, I just gotta sit there and take that shit. American girls, my homegirls, but nah, fuck that. My mother's a fucking bitch. I fucked her up. I was like, whoa. So based off it, I'm like, yo, I hope this girl don't fucking rock this lady. So then the lady just start talking all this extra shit and then starts talking. She got money. She got a house in Jamaica. So he's like, but you want to bus with me? So what are you fucking talking? We both on the same fucking bus. We both live in the same fucking ghetto. You're bugging. Then the lady start on a fucking tirade. This girl get up. She getting off the bus. She's like, yo, shut up before I call Donald Trump on you. When I tell you I was in fucking tears.
Wow.
I was proud of her because she ain't hit her too. I was like, yo, I hope other Caribbean people saw this shit to know all Americans don't carry on the way y'all be portraying them to carry on. But this shit I was so fucking happy. I was like, you fucking little entitled cunt. I be wanting to say that. I ain't gonna say that because that's somebody's mother. But I was like, yeah, girl. But they different, man. They fucking different.
No, it's a fact.
I always stand with you. I'm gonna be 1,000%. I'm gonna keep being repetitive because at the end of the day, when it comes to the mainland, this is y'all fucking land. Yes, we all, if you're from the Americas, this is the original, this is the land of the Bible, North America, South America, Central America, the Caribbean. That's the real fucking truth that they be trying to tear us from or whatever. But the mainland right here, this is your land. Everybody needs to come on board and just follow suit. If you telling us, yo, the government don't be fucking with us, they be doing X, Y, and Z, fucking listen. And I also don't understand this notion of not want people to get reparations. That makes no fucking sense to me. But in the same token, they not trying to get reparations from Britain. The Queen just fucking died, and oh my God, rest in peace. I'm like, yo, what about all the fucking land that she fucking took from y'all? Got hit with the fucking crown with all the jewels from India and all of that shit. Y'all sitting here praising this fucking pedophile versus you're not getting nothing back. Jamaica's still poor, Guyana's still poor, Trinidad's still poor, all these fucking countries still fucking poor. And you coming over here just on your high horse. That make no fucking sense, man. My bad, I be going on tirades. I'm sorry to your chat, but these people be getting under my fucking
No, we love it. We love it. But we here for this, so let's continue. And it's still relevant. It's all still relevant to the bars. All right, where we at?
Young black man, this big money and killing off rappers and cashing in. They could pay a small percentage to clap you right on your block. And the shooter could be blacker than you. So who's the op? Let's not lose sight, cause the numbers have meaning. The date and time of your birth, your death, and the season. Your zodiac sign, even shit you never believe in. A ritual's a science, but ignorance can't conceive it. If you ain't never used to touching guap, and they put $500,000 in your pocket, you gon' sign on any dot. That's a contract that binds you to Lucifer and his clock. When your time up, they line you, then put your crew on your spot.
So if you ain't never used to getting guap,
and they put $500,000 in your pocket, you're gonna sign on any dot. That goes back to what I was saying, just even in terms of these contracts, right? You're getting a lot of these young men that come from, not the best of circumstances, right? So you showing somebody an event, and them advance checks be nice, especially depending on what label you get. They'll give you 100, 200K easily. Right, if they able to market off you. So imagine if somebody come here right now and they like, yo, and you never seen money in your life, right? Your parents struggling or you struggling, you always live check to check. If somebody hand you and say, look, sign this shit, 100K. Most people gonna fucking take that. Not even necessarily understanding, yo, if I hold off and I do X, Y, and Z, I can make $1 million. But young kids are not think like that. I'm gonna be real. When I was fucking 18, 19, 20, I didn't think like that. If you threw 100K, Oh, you fucking kidding me? Yeah, sign. Of course, I'm signing on the fucking dot.
Zelo, you signing that?
He got you as a father. I hope not.
But nah, but look, I was going to go ahead, answer the question. keep it a milli. Keep it a milli. Keep it a milli.
Keep it a milli. I'm gonna get a lawyer.
No, he ain't. No, he ain't.
Nah, on God, listen. On God, a lawyer, because I be seeing a lot of people that be getting into contracts that they can't get out of. So that's really.
Yeah, that's true.
That's part of it too.
True, but the question is, the bag is right there in front of you. The bag is here, the contract is right here. It's only $100K. But
it depends on what the contract says, though. If I'm just going into it blind, I'm not signing that.
Okay. All right.
I mean, you gotta think about it too. A lot of times, it's not even for an album. If you got a single that's like that could potentially be a hit, they'll easily pay you for all your shit. They be like, cool, give me your rights, give me your masters, and you got a lot of people. All right, I'm gonna tell you a true story. No bullshit. When I used to write, because I used to ghost write too, right? I ain't know like I had to have contracts. I'm like, I used to be on the street shit, so my word is like, if I say X, Y, and Z, like it's X, Y, and Z. And I remember this producer. He had me write a record for a singer. I ain't even gonna say her name because this was a hit record. I got dicked out of money. I didn't even know this shit, right? So he said, nah. Because I mean, that's all good. So I wrote this track. I wrote the track, whatever, and I gave it to him. And I'm like, oh, we doing 50-50, right? So yeah. So he threw me some bread off the top. He threw me like $5K, right? Cool. Yo, he took the track I wrote, then did a different beat, not even the beat that he sent me. So he created like a whole other new beat, put the track on. He got somebody else to do the reference and sold the track to the label and shit. And he got royalties and the most insane shit. I was in the fucking gym. I was training, right? And we had the radio on. All of a sudden I hear the song playing. I'm like, this shit sound familiar, but I couldn't put my finger on it. And then after a while, I said, oh shit, that's the record I wrote. So after training, I hit son up like, like I heard the joint ready. He said, yeah, you got your bread already. I said, oh, wow. I mean, I couldn't even because he was right. I got my bread already. I ain't signed no fucking contract, but I didn't know that that's how they operate. In my mind, I saw $5K. I was like, oh, $5K just for writing a fucking song? Easy. Like, come on. I thought short term. I ain't think in terms of contract.
All right, Z, you gotta get ready to dip.
Yeah, soon.
All right, man. So last words, man, before you get out of here. First, tell everybody where they can follow you at and all of that. And whatever you want to say about the song, about the record, the album.
Yeah, the socials right there, WTTZ logo. Follow that. That should be every platform. And you know what I'm saying? Go spin that song. Go spin that album. You know what I'm saying? Master Elements. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it.
When that song that you're working on, when that coming out?
Probably next week.
All right, we'll see.
Y'all should see that soon.
Let's see. I appreciate you, son. I love you, man.
Love you too.
Hey, it was a pleasure, man. And I'm gonna give you more credit on your verse. Just for reading it. You came through with that.
Good looking.
All right, peace. Damn, what am I about to say to you? Where does the name alligator come from? What's the alligator?
Bullshit. Now, my favorite animals are alligators and felines, right? But when I did the alligator Alfred joint, this is so stupid. I made this shit years ago. I was trying to hide from an ex-boyfriend, and I was like, "What is nobody could find this? What's the dumbest fucking name that I could think of that he wouldn't be able to find me on?" I don't know, yo. He's an expert, man. He definitely found me on my fucking social media, but that's basically how Alligator Alfred came about. I was really just trying to hide from an ex-boyfriend. But when I would go to the gym, right? Because guys are stupid. They see my social names. They be like, yo, what's up, Alligator? Just trying to make fun of me or whatever. And then when I would rap, some of my homies, they used to start calling me Gator, just like joking, just because it was making fun of the fucking Instagram name. But me, I'm a businesswoman at the end of the day. Once I saw that shit catching on, I was like, oh no, I'm gonna fucking seize this opportunity and just got this shit tatted, bro. Everything is alligator, everything. That's all it is. And now even when I rap, I got little alligator styles I'll be doing in my music and shit just to solidify it. But it's no real story. I was a pussy. I was trying to hide from a stalker boyfriend.
I thought it was something totally different because I know that you was linked to one of the illest rappers who never really popped the way that he was supposed to pop, Ali Vegas. So I thought it was a play on the Ali Vegas thing.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Not at all. But even when I don't business with him anymore. But I will say that it's nothing crazy. We just parted our ways. But I will say this, even with him, like he used to crack jokes too. Because when he met me, like he knew me as Aida, kind of, as Egg. We actually met through a mutual acquaintance. And he was another one that used to be cracking jokes. I'm like, yo, the Gators. Like when he would be rapping, you know how rappers, you spar and shit with your bars and shit. And he would like refer to me as Gators. So it kind of like took a life of his own. So I'm not a fool. Like I said, I saw the opportunity and I seized it. And that's all that was about. Alligators are dope animals though. Every time I go to Florida, I'll be going to like the fucking alligator farms and all of that shit. The gator wrestling and shit. So,
they boring.
Sorry.
Yeah, they old as hell, but they boring. I don't like alligators.
I mean, yeah, I'm boring. I like my peace. Just don't bother me. I won't bother you. Plain and simple. But you bother me, then it's a whole different story.
You ain't never used to touching guap and they put $500,000 in your pocket, you gonna sign on any dot. That's a contract that binds you to Lucifer and his clock.
Like I said, I mean, a lot of these you signing the deals with the devil. That's really what it boils down to. And when your time's up, they line you and put your crew in your
spot. Damn, it's a dirty game. Yeah. But yeah, man, that's the lyrical breakdown to Black Death, White Wealth. Let me play the whole song straight through one time. Play the whole song from the beginning to the end, and then I'm gonna let y'all know what song we doing next week on Volume 2 and who my guest is gonna be. Check it out.
Pandemic of Black Death in hip hop. To a great extent, we know it goes back to one of the music industry's darkest secrets, the death clause that is a part of every record label contract. And I suspect that it's been triggered with a great number of the recent hip-hop deaths.
Rapper was murdered outside of his car. A total of 6 people were shot 3 players know he was going to be there. Somebody inside that building was going to be at the exact time.
The victim got out, took off, started running, but was shot several times.
His social media pages have been filling up with RIP messages.
Music is about simple. And you see, ultimately, it is through symbols that you evoke behavior from people. They will use your own music and your own dance and your own rap lyrics to carry their message into your body.
Check me out. They building empires off of black men dying. That's word to Ghazi. Desensitized, impressionable minds from seeing bodies. I was just scrolling the popular page on IG and seeing P&B Rock bleeding out. This gotta be the 10th rapper this year that died tragic. It's either drug overdoses or homicide happens. Now watch the revenue shoot up, streaming numbers. I never heard so many Pop Smoke songs when he was among us. If dead rappers get better promotion, then why the marathon store still closed then? Who knows, man? I think it's time we had a meeting with the bosses, the Doug Mosses, Jimmy Oz, and Lee Oz's. Let's see the contracts and life insurance policies. Who gets control of the intellectual properties from Young Dolph to Mo 3, from King Von to Doe B? Way too many soldiers, we losing count. It's so deep. This shit been happening too often. How many of your favorite rappers laying in coffins? These crooked record labels getting wealthier off this. It's time we recognize the ones we really at war with. Hey yo, this shit been happening too often. How many of your favorite rappers laying in coffins? These crooked record labels getting wealthier off this. It's time we recognize the ones we really at war with.
Like I can't even wanna snuff a nigga like Vaughn did, or grab some cookies for my moms and end up like Dolph did. Ain't giving up my chain, bitch, I'ma die with it on me. So them steppers know I'm harder than a rock, I can't soften. Listen, nigga, I spin too, I'm love, son. I was born in sin, 2 lost loved ones. I try to put niggas through what I've been through. I was just a youngin' doing dirt. Till Aisha don't be hurt if I get popped on the same block that I've been. All these rappers getting shot make me wanna put down the pen. So this shit insane, we gotta keep going through what we went through. Hidden hills ain't hidden for real, you can still be found, my nigga. Pop told me that I could get smoked just taking a shower, nigga. I can't put my pride aside, but I don't wanna die young. I'ma kill these niggas with these bars like Verizon. Until this drilling shit is out of date, I'm still gonna buy guns. If it ain't no bloodshed, you ain't my island, nigga, buy guns.
This shit been happening too often. How many of your favorite rappers laying in coffins? coffins. These crooked record labels getting wealthier off this. It's time we recognize the ones we really at war with. Hey, yo.
The scales ain't been tilting in our favor, cause music is a powerful hypnotic they've been using just to bait us. If you under the influence, then how can you see danger? All it takes is trigger words and some alchemy to enslave you. The sacrificial lamb is a young black man. This big money and killing off rappers and cashing in. They could pay a small percentage to clap you right on your block, and the shooter could be blacker than you. So who's the op? Let's not lose sight, cause the numbers have meaning. The date and time of your birth, your death, and the season, your zodiac sign, even shit you never believe in. A ritual's a science, but ignorance can't conceive it. If you ain't never used to touching guap, and they put $500,000 in your pocket, you gon' sign on any dot. That's a contract that binds you to Lucifer and his clock. When your time's up, they line you, then put your crew in your spot.
This shit been happening too often. How many of your favorite rappers laying in coffins? These crooked record labels getting wealthier off this. It's time we recognize the ones we really at war with. Hey yo, this shit been happening too often. How many of your favorite rappers laying in coffins? These crooked record labels getting wealthier off this. It's time we recognize the ones we really at war with. Hey yo.
Hey yo, RP, you still in the building? DJ RP Beats, if you're still in the building, I dropped the link in the chat. Need you to pull up to the master's table, brother. And I just thought of something too while that was playing. I just thought of something too as far as like how the series goes. RP. It would be right. It would be dope if we could have you set up behind the turntables and you could play the lines as we going through it and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, can we get that? Can we get that popping?
I second that. I actually thought he was gonna be on this for some reason, but
I just ain't want it to be freezing up and all of that, because when I be bringing too many people on, it'd be janky.
Gotcha.
But if you still here, pull up, Sean. But again, Aida, man, appreciate you blessing us on the track. You know,
listen, thank you again. Thank you for having me on the track again, and thank you for putting up with me. This has been like almost 2 hours, so.
Nah, this was dope.
God bless you.
This was dope. This was necessary. You know what I mean? You added a lot of value. You dropped heavy game on the family. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure a lot of people, you know, listening to it wasn't taking away all of that from it. So that's the purpose. That's the purpose of why I wanted to do this. So I'm glad that you went in how you went in. RP was good.
Well,
peace.
What's up, Stacks cousin?
Hey, what's up?
Yo, how you found that out, by the way, anyway? How that Stack Bundles information came about?
Oh my God, man! My cousin, man, one of my first cousins from she's originally from Long Island, but she lives in Buffalo, and she started giving me some history, you know, about him, and his name was Raekwon, and like all of the history about him. She said originally he was a hip hop dancer. He had a group.
He was in he was in that one of those videos. It was a 702 song, if I'm not mistaken. He was They used to make fun of him around the way. You know how guys are. They used to call him gay and all that.
Yeah. She said he was good. Yeah, she said he was dope. You know what I mean? Like before he started spitting, and then she was like, you know, when he started spitting, it was undeniable. You know, and she also said that the family. They got an unreleased album on him. You know what I mean? They've been trying to get through. They've been trying to get it out and release it. And they've been dealing with a lot of conflict in terms of releasing that project. And you know, also she was saying that they didn't steal anything. Like when he was murdered, the only thing that was taken was a Dipset chain.
No,
that's what my cousin said.
Say this, right? I'm not gonna give the record away. It was a record he wrote, and a certain rapper took it. I'm at that. I'm not speaking from the I'm speaking from like just being with the because Riot Squad, Core 2Gs and all of them, like that's family. That's I know and all of them. It's just like I said, I'm not trying to get too. I don't want to. You know, we could talk offline. How about that?
Yeah, we could build because, you know, they told me like everything. You know, they ran some rappers out of the funeral home that tried to come in here. I'm gonna leave that right there.
This is not the rapper that stole his record, but I must also say this: if you understand, if you knew Jim Jones prior to fucking with Bird Gang and all of that, and you remember how he carried himself, he was a go for it. He was never no, he was no rock star, no none of that. He
Nope.
got around. He took that man's entire fucking style and ran with it. He missed
Yes.
music, but everything else, he definitely I mean, he bogarted. That's what
Yeah,
he
he
did.
did. He did, and it's sad because my cousins are like, they don't mess with that dude for nothing, and
Nope. Nope.
they threaten him
Our
too.
Rockaway don't
So
fuck with him. We don't fuck with him.
yeah, my family, man, like it's crazy. I was like blown away today when I got all this information. Like I was like, wow. And so I'm gonna definitely go to Far Rock and definitely connect with the family and get more of the backstory. You know what I mean? Get
Whenever
more of
you
that
do that,
history.
hit me because I could put you in contact with Core 2G's. He was Core and Bino that started the Riot Squad. So he actually came up under Core when it with the rapid shit. And Chinks before Chinks got locked up. But
Yeah, she told me about him and Chinks in a relationship. Like, it was deep, man. Like the relationship they had, and whole Max B and all that. So
Is
I
there
was
like
like, wow.
a fake documentary about all this? I think they got something on YouTube about this.
right, because I mean, he used to do all of them. What was it like, Smack DVDs and all of them shit? So they could have probably pulled clips from all of that too.
Yeah, heavy stuff though, man. But
Yeah.
RP, you want to share like your creative process behind making this track and coming up with the concept. I mean, it was your concept.
Yeah, with Black Death, I guess, the inspiration, of course, was based on the death of these young rappers, and just seeing, as you said earlier, seeing the patterns, like, of all the deaths, and how a lot of them were all linked to a lot of the same companies. So, back in the day, they used to talk about labels, and then life insurance policy.
Is that me or?
Oh, I think his joint froze, right?
Okay, yeah, you froze.
On that.
You froze up, RP, you froze up.
I froze up?
Yeah, repeat that.
Oh, I said with Pac and Big, we kind of got some backstories on that, whether they're rumors or not, in terms of hits being put out, and some people being offered money to take them out. Currently, one of the bodyguards for Biggie, for Puffy, came out a couple of months ago and stated on YouTube that Puffy had offered him, I think it was $30,000 or $60,000 to put a hit out on Big, and he turned it down. So and then we've seen from, like you said, with Empire, a lot of these young artists being hit left and right, and then when Dr. Wesley Muhammad was breaking down about the death clause, it just set right with me, and I was like, you know what? We gotta make this record and speak to what's going on this side. P&B Rock, and as you said earlier, seeing that video of him bleeding like that, and seeing the actual footage, it really did something to me. And then also with Takeoff, rest in peace. We saw that footage. I saw him. I saw all the footage. So it was like, to see these young artists go down like this, and to see how the business is ran, and we know it's a cutthroat business. So, we with us, I had to really sit down, and I started crafting a couple of things, for it, and flushing it out. I had like 3 different ideas, and then I got to that last track that you guys spit on. But it was like a 3-part thing for me. Like a lot of times when I make beats, I create like 3 or 4 parts of that beat. You know what I mean? So each part is like an extension. And the part that y'all robbed on was the 3rd part.
Dope track. Much needed concept.
Yeah.
And it came together how it was supposed to come together.
Yeah.
But what you saying was a perfect segue for me to let y'all know next week, Volume 2 on the lyrical breakdown series, The Masters Decoded. We're gonna be doing the song off the album, which is probably generating some of the most conversation.
Oh
Is the
yeah.
song "Who Killed Malcolm?"
That's the
Oh
one.
yeah. Oh
right.
yeah. Oh yeah.
And my special guest to help me break down the lyrics to that song will be none other than the great Dr. Wesley Muhammad himself. Will be pulling up to the master's table.
Gonna be in the building. Yes,
So
sir.
we going in. We going in. It's gonna be legendary. It's gonna be legendary, man. So y'all don't want to miss that. Make sure that you are subscribed to this channel. Make sure that you click the notification bell so you can be reminded whenever we go live with new content. And yeah, man, that's all we got for today, family.
Yes. Tune in.
Thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you if you're watching this on the replay. Again, do all that YouTube stuff. Like, share, subscribe. Let everybody know where they can follow you at, Aida.
You can catch me on Instagram, Alligator Alfred, or this joint Ask the Alligator, either way. Or you could go to Sincere's page and look up Alligator. I'm the only cunt with the alligator on her Instagram. Yo, real quick though, are you gonna have RP from now on these sessions? Because I think that would be dope. Or even him breaking down the production and shit. That'd be, or if you do like a whole other separate joint after you decode the lyrics. I think y'all should.
That was my thinking initially. I'm trying to figure out a way where we could bring RP on to just do his thing, you know what I'm saying? And inviting people into his process. Like, I think it would be dope if you would like, and I know you don't like to do shit like this, you know what I'm saying?
I'm trying. I told you earlier. I'm trying to.
Secretive nigga. You can pull out the NPC.
No, I'm a Gemini. But you know what I'm saying? But my whole thing is like, I like what we're doing right now. Like how y'all got me in here with y'all. I'm just, I'm from
pull out the NPC.
Yeah, like, you want me to go into the whole techniques of it. You know what I mean?
You don't gotta give the sauce. You don't gotta give the secret sauce, but you could go through the process of this. You know what I mean? This how I be putting shit together. You know what I mean? I think that would be.
You know what it is, because it's like the way you write. You know what I mean? Like how Aida, like Sincere is like. I'll like beats will come to me just like y'all get bars. So, you know what I mean? It's not like a automatic thing. It's like say for Black Death, for instance, like all that information I heard Dr. Wesley Muhammad speak, and it came to me one day, and then as I heard him speaking in my mind and my spirit, I started hearing like the chants and the sounds, and I just found those sounds, and then here comes the drums, and then here come the strings, and here comes this part. So it's like it's a spiritual thing. Yep. You know what I mean? And the process of it, it's not like I just go to the machine and boom, 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 here's a beat. Like a lot of producers and beat makers, you know what I'm saying? They be on automatic pilot. You know what I mean? Like I gotta be inspired. I gotta hear what to do. And when it comes, sometimes it'll come to me in 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Sometimes like the concept is brewing in my spirit. It might take me a week or two, and then here everything comes. And as I find those sounds, they all come together. So it's kind of hard to just sit down and be like, boom, you do this, you sample from here, and to really duplicate that process, like, because it's coming more from a spiritual standpoint than more than like a robotic standpoint, where it's like, yo, take these drums from over here, and then you take this sound kit from over there, and
no, you tapped in.
Yeah.
Another suggestion I have for y'all, just in case, right? This is a dope format too. If you have him at the end of every session to break down that particular song that he did, or if you want to extend your promotional joint, you could like after you've done decoding all the tracks, like lyrically, then you could have another set where each week he, RP decodes them, basically how he went about the process for that shit. So then you have like more weeks of promoting your album. Just a thought.
Right. That's along the lines that I was initially thinking, but just while we were doing this, I was envisioning him like on the turntables, and we probably could still hook that up. Where you got the record queued up, and when we need to play those next 4 bars, you play them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Dope. So we'll figure it out. We'll figure out how we're gonna do it.
Dope.
But Yeah, man. You shared
Yeah.
it on social media. Let everybody know where they can follow you at, RP.
Yo, y'all guys, y'all family, y'all can follow me on all platforms at DJRP Beats, Instagram, Facebook, all across the board, man. Follow me and stay tuned as we continue to share from the Masters Table Project. It's been overwhelming, man. I got so many responses from family and friends that I went to school with that I didn't even know was tapped into to me musically. They've been hitting me up like, yo, this project is crazy. I listened to the whole project. And that's the beauty too, which I really appreciate, is that people actually digesting the whole thing. They're not listening to a song or two. You know, they sitting with the whole project. You know what I mean? And that's how you know we're resonating. The music is resonating.
Okay, good. They saying this was hot fire. I didn't know how it was coming across, because like you were saying, it's not just easy to just break down the process like that. So even us doing this, to me, it wasn't really that easy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To try to explain the bars and all of that. So it seemed like a simple concept, but really it's not.
Yeah.
Really,
it's like your bars a lot of times with either like sincere bars will come, but they'll come with a purpose. Like sometimes I have beats, but they're not connected to him bar wise. So we got a lot of beats I've given him, like, but bar wise it didn't make the connection. So when they come, it's like magic. Just like Purple Tape. Like Purple Tape, I made that beat.
This project, I'm gonna keep saying. I need visuals, like real visuals for that. That's the record. Who Killed Malcolm? Dope too. That's like second for me, but Purple Tape, that's
the hip hop joint right there.
Yeah, the Purple Tape beat. I made that beat while I was at work. You know, I'm in the office and I just all the sounds, the drum pattern came to me right then and there. I did a voice memo. Boom, 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 boom. I did the voice memo of the drums. When I got home, sent it to him. He already had the hook.
And I was at work.
He was at work. He spit the hook. The hook was done. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's what I'm saying. That came to me at work. His hook came to him at work. Next thing you know, we got a voice memo, we got a demo, and here we off to the races with the Purple Tape.
That's how it works, right? We just vessels for what they want to get across from the other side. So,
Aida, what you got coming up?
Honestly, I got like 7 fucking projects. I'm wrapping up. You know, I'm just that's it. That's all I guess. And I got I'm wrapping up the audio book for my Ask the Alligator.
Dope.
It's gonna be coming. Listen, it's the audio book is I'm reading the book, but I'm also it's gonna be like extra shit in there. Like back remember when Jay-Z had used to put like secret songs at the end of the fucking album, but you had to like the whole fucking album. So I'm doing shit like that. And I have I had an album for the book that I recorded years ago, but I think I'm just gonna revamp that and put some different tracks on there. So you know, same shit, music and book promo.
Dope. All right. Let me know if you need a verse.
Listen, I need you on something. We'll talk, but I definitely like I told you, there's something I have in mind, and actually I might have to hit RP too to see if he would like to donate his gift for what I'm working on. But essentially, I mean, I'm gonna tell you, basically, I'm trying to do I'm doing different albums for children, like for different age groups or whatever. But like fun, like not just fun shit, but I'm trying to touch on like health, fitness, and then for like the little older crowd, like depression, mental illness, and just confidence building and stuff like that, like some real practical shit that kids could use, but obviously with bars on it. But
dope.
All right, no doubt. So yeah, family, that does it for today. The volume 1 of the Masters Decoded. Appreciate everybody tapping in. Appreciate everybody watching this on the replay. We will see you again this same time next week, 8 p.m. on Tuesday. I'll be here with Dr. Wesley Muhammad. We doing Who Killed Malcolm. So y'all stay tuned for that.
Yes.
Other than that, everybody.
Yeah. And other than that, you already know me and Nicety Girl, we're gonna be doing our thing. We'll be here, or she'll be here on Thursday with the Pick Me Godcast. Y'all make sure y'all tune in for the Pick Me Godcast. We got a dope couple that's coming on. I can't think of their names right now, but they got a dope couple that's coming on for that episode. That's gonna be incredible too. So just stay tuned. That's all I can tell y'all, man. Stay tuned. And I'm at Sincere Love to God on all social media platforms. Make sure y'all follow me. But with that being said, always remember, I might be a master MC, but I'm not the master teacher. I am only the master student and signal booster for the voices of the new black media. Peace and black love.
Most resilient, we poster children of prophecy fulfillment. We gotta be God's children.